Muted. Hi. Welcome.
We
We're wearing the
redressed
wrong stuff.
me.
I'm sorry.
I was in the right outfit.
Yes, it's all my fault. Okay.
Hello, Mason.
It's fixed. Why does everything sound weird?
I don't know. Is it me or is it you? Hello, Lex. Welcome.
No, it's me. It's me. Everything's just a little loud in my head right now.
I don't think we're muted anymore.
Mason. No, we're not muted anymore. If we're still muted, that's a you problem. I'm watching the colored bars move for both me and Mars.
It's what I like to call a you-shoe.
Yeah, a you-shoe.
As opposed to an issue and a me-shoe. It's
Yeah.
a you-shoe.
A you-shoe. A moo-shoe you-shoe. I am having too much art fight fun, guys. It hasn't even fucking started yet.
The last episode of To Be Hero X I just watched. Jesus Christ.
Okay, I have to, like, check my Crunchyroll because, like, I don't know if I watched an episode you guys watched, but it feels like I did. But, but like, you keep saying a thing, and I'm like, I don't remember this. Am I just stupid? Like, am I just really unobservant?
I'm very curious what thing he said. Hello, Estrock. Welcome, welcome.
Well, first, your planet comment.
Ooh, French onion soup? Oh, no, planet was a mistype.
So
planet
I missed,
was an autocorrect.
the showing of the one character you and Pastry Puff both said was there. And, yeah, I didn't notice that at all.
Characters.
Okay, there's a guy that we haven't seen in the actual show yet, except on a billboard for KFC or whatever.
I don't blame you because in the shot, it was very clearly him, but he had darker hair.
Okay.
It was not white hair.
Completely didn't clock it.
I do not blame you. Hi, Pastry.
Hi, Pastry Puff. Didn't clock him at all. Hello, Black Sapphire.
Yeah.
Who are you now? Is this Cleo / Jayan or somebody else?
Oh, let us know if we are correct.
And so many people. Hello, Pastry Puff. You just feeling Twitch lately, Pastry Puff, or was it? I'm just curious. You were like a straight YouTube
I'm used to
person.
seeing Pastry Puffer fish, so I ain't complaining.
Oh, you're talking about there's less delay.
Less delay.
Why
Interesting.
is there so much YouTube delay?
Curious. I've never noticed.
I have to check something while we're doing this, but basically,
so
Pastry
much?
Puff.
Oh dear. Yowzas. Well, thanks for letting us know, Pastry. But we were talking about To Be Hero X, because I'm still buzzing over episode 9. I can't wait for episode 10 to utterly wreck me. The way this is going.
Basically, you guys kept mentioning the cameo, I guess, for lack of a better term, of the one character that we really want to see but haven't really seen yet.
Mr. Alphabet? Yes. Yeah. I do know of Mr. Alphabet.
Mr. Alphabet. And
I'm
like, you guys keep saying he's there, and I'm like, I don't think I watched this episode. But I'm like, no. I had to have watched this episode.
No, Ori, you missed him because it was on Cyan's first stint being on the road.
Yeah.
And his hair was different. His hair was very different.
I totally didn't clock him at all. Like, I didn't even
he was not random businessman.
Yeah, to me, he was just random fucking businessman. I just accepted it. I just accepted it and moved on. So you guys keep talking about it, and I'm like, did I watch this episode? Why does it feel like I didn't watch this episode now? And I did watch the episode, but I'm just done.
For the messages. Yeah, that does happen sometimes, Pastry. Yeah, on Twitch, it's
I have to check something on YouTube
instantaneous.
because there is a setting, and I can't seem to change it while live.
Oh.
But I know...
Maybe we could do it after stream tonight.
Well, I'm looking at this thing. Hold on. There is usually a setting that tells me how fast I can allow it or not.
Oh, yeah. No, Pastry, it was the walk that helped me clock it. Also, the way the camera focused on him, I was like, that's too specific. This is not just some random man. Then I took a second look and I was like, oh, Oh, hello, Mr. Alphabet. You are here. You are kickstarting Cyan's journey. All right.
Yeah, I completely
Okay, I see you.
did not clock. Okay.
Now that was a fun episode. Honestly, I love how musical of a character Cyan is. Like, I know that's built into her being an idol, but they take advantage of every single moment with her on screen. Just animating it so beautifully, really upping the OST during those parts. Like, holy shit.
Why will you not let me do what I want?
Ori struggles. But yeah, Pastry Puff, I have not watched episode 10 yet. I am just sitting on the edge of my seat. I'm so scared.
I know there's a setting and I'm not able to see what I want. Ah, found it. Okay. Now
Aha!
tell me.
What is happening
Ah, see, there is
Computer.
a latency thing, but I have to do it. Ah.
Oh, has
Okay,
it been
Pastry Puff.
solved?
Nah, let's do this right now. Let's do some canvas stuff. It's a setting that I can change, and I knew I could change, but you can't change it in a certain time, like where I make the thing. Okay, let me back up. So I can schedule the streams, right? You guys seen I can schedule the streams.
That we have.
And, well, none of this is good. I can't do it now. And,
Oh dear.
I can change the setting to low latency or ultra low latency, but
I mean,
I
Mason,
can't
you totally can.
do it while in the scheduling the stream
Mama's
thing.
still great.
I then have to afterwards go in and change the latency to low, ultra low. So hopefully I will remember this now and fix it for Thursday, Pastry Puff. And then we can go back on
Okay, so I
YouTube.
think we
mean,
will be
you're
doing
welcome-
this immediately after stream tonight, just so Ori
Yeah.
doesn't forget.
Yeah, I basically just can't... I don't want to do it now because it involves, like, making a whole Canva thumbnail with Rage Paint Games'
Oh,
avatar, and it's just, like, it's not an easy, quick...
that would be a lot.
Well, actually, it might actually be quick. Let's take away Mars, because she won't be here. Let's add... I think I should have Cadence here. Yep, there's Cadence.
Oh, 100% Pastry Puff. I have liked the other characters, but the romance is probably the weakest part of each narrative.
Yeah, it's just like...
with the previous heroes.
It really feels like, for most of them, why did this have to
Yeah.
be the thing? At least with Cyan, it definitely feels like, I can
We'll
see...
give Yang credit that it doesn't feel like he did all this because girl. It does feel like he has the passion to be a hero just because he wants to be a hero.
Yeah, the first guy I'm really a little upset about, that it felt like he was kind of...
But yeah, Linling definitely did have that
Linling-
feel of, ooh, yeah,
It was like
you
a
got the
change.
fixation, my
And
guy.
it's like, my guy. I thought you were like,
I
wanted to be a hero
still love
first.
him as nice, and I still love his hero moments.
Oops.
But I'm curious the way Cyan and Boy's friendship is gonna go based on what just happened in the last episode.
I like how you're
Is
calling
this-
him boy. I also don't remember his name.
I do not know or remember his name. I'm pretty sure it's Lou, but I don't remember. Because I gotta be honest, I don't think they introduced him. I think they pulled a
Yeah, very
Mars and
true,
Ori
Pastry
and
Puff.
didn't give the main character's name until the 9th episode. Because I legit don't remember it in episode 8.
I will admit, even though we took a while to get to Hotsun's name, then Sidit says it like 8 times or some shit. Like it's not
Oh yeah.
stopped
No,
saying after that.
I personally headcanon that Sinnott saying Hotsun over and over because he really wants to remember Hotsun's names. Like, I'm not gonna forget this person's name. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Hotsun. Ah, yes, where are you from, Hotsun? Very nice to meet you, Hotsun.
Yeah, so it's like, all right, we make up for it by the fact that people are saying his name a lot now.
Is that a Mars technique that Mars uses to remember people's names? No, what are you talking about? That's totally not something I do.
Let me do...
Yeah, I don't ship them either, Pastry Puff. It's like there could be something at the end of Lin Ling's arc. But even still, like,
it never felt
she gets
right.
stranded on an island and now she's just happy to see anybody. Like,
yeah, it literally
doesn't feel properly set up.
It really
Though I will admit, the swing set scene was cute. I did enjoy the swing set.
It was very cute. I think he's a great guy. You know, like, I don't have a problem with, like...
I just wish the setup was better.
I just needed more in order to feel like he was cool, you know? I don't know.
Yeah.
It very much felt like he was just kind of... Here's girl.
They did a bit better with Yang.
Yeah.
They did a bit better with Yang.
There was at least more setup there, and, like, it seemed like she liked him, too. You know, like, there's, like, a bunch of stuff going on there. Where it was like, oh, like, I could feel, like, this one
the way it was going before certain events, we nearly had a throuple.
Yeah! Could have been okay.
Like, we could have been so chill if not for certain someones.
Alright, there we go. Let me download this. As a PNG.
Yeah, I think so, Pastry Puff, because it just, I don't know. It's one of those things where it feels like the narrative is forcing them together. I didn't feel it as much in the swing set scene, but like by the end where he shows up and she's just been stranded on an island, I'm like, okay, now we're pushing it. Now we're pushing it.
To be Villain X. Alright, let's schedule this stream now.
Honestly, I need to know X's motivations.
Art fight.
I'm amazing. You could totally get away with it. We didn't give our protagonist's name until about the third arc.
Yeah, I think it's episode 10 or 11, something like that.
Right around that point, yeah.
Boop, boop, boop.
So it's entirely possible. Yeah, that's what I'm kind of saying, Pastry Puff. Like, he felt like a more... Like, it felt like a more grounded high school story with some hero elements thrown in.
I think what also gets me...
I liked that balance.
Is the idea of, like, the idolization of Moon, you know, from the whole thing? Like, just the dynamic there
the idolization turned crush.
Yeah.
And they could totally choose eventually to portray that in a potentially toxic, not-so-great light. But I doubt that's going to happen.
Yeah. Well, I mean...
I can only give Donghua so much credit.
Not even that. Just after everything, you know? I mean, like, you're really gonna... How they gonna do that?
Oh, criticism of the idol industry, for sure.
Definitely. Alright.
I mean, look at how the heroes are micromanaged.
Ultra low latency. All right. I have changed it. Now let's check.
How is what a vibe, Mason?
All right. I'm gonna say, Pastry Puff, I think all the latency issues are on me, and they shall now be fixed. And you shall have the same latency as Twitch. I wonder if that's a setting I can change permanently.
Maybe.
I
would hope you don't have to do it every single time.
No, I do have to do it every single time. Unless I can... I don't think I can. I have to go here.
Pastry, my plan is to catch up tonight. Because now that the entire Cyan arc is out, I can finally show it to my parents and they won't get confused.
There you go. Yeah, looks like I have to do it every time. It's okay. I'll remember it.
Rats.
Oh,
well. You'll just have to set yourself a reminder.
All right. Well, it's more just like a habit I have to get into, that when I schedule the streams, I have to change this setting with more clicks as well. But shall be fixed. Keep saying I kept using arc instead of case. Well, Mars came from anime, okay?
Think in writing, okay?
Mars came from anime, which
I
literally
think
is all
in
about
writing
arcs.
tropes.
And the a case is just the ace. See, the case is the special Ace Attorney word.
Too.
The case, no. See, Ace Attorney is the special one here. Mars is using the general term, and Ace Attorney is the one having to be a fancy, special child, and use case or turnabout. See, I don't even say case.
Yes.
Turnabout. It's a turnabout. Fuck all other words. Turnabout.
Yeah.
Nothing
Turnabout.
else. It's a turnabout. I don't fucking care.
The Von Karma arc, that was the one. Although you just say that and it's like, which Von Karma arc? There were like 6 of them.
Yeah, really. All right. I believe this should have the correct... This is not it.
Oh dear.
I want... here it is. This is what I want. Yeah, see, there you go, Picture Puff. Where does Ace of Base fit into the equation? I don't know.
Hello, Mr. Juxtapose.
Here's my base, though. Okay, is this not the right thing either? I'm gonna spit.
I don't know.
This is not the right thing either.
God damn it.
I want the thing I was working on.
And what were you working on?
I had him... Yeah, I was working on his other... his AU outfits to add to the things.
Beautiful.
That's what I was trying to do. So that's what we're gonna do right now. We're gonna remove this background because it hurts my brain. And we're gonna add a nice soft eye, not hurty background like that. Amazing.
Yes, yes.
Look at his Converse.
So rare for Hotson. He's got shoes.
That we can see. All right.
Yes.
Book. Quill. Technically, you should
so
have
weird
not a
seeing
quill.
his feet.
And this is his short hair. He's short hair moding right now.
Yeah, no braid.
Sketches.
Smash.
Good.
I mean, look at that cake.
Yeah, he's all caked up. All right. Yes.
Ori, I just got your message in response to the Natsu thing I said. Yes, 1,000 times over, yes.
Darling, please. Darling child, ma'am.
Just kill Jinchi.
Honey,
just do it.
If you hate him,
we know you hate him.
Actually push him off a cliff. All right, like, it's very simple answer.
It's like actually a thing. Like, you can love to hate your character, but I gotta be honest, most authors don't hate their character that much unless they're a villain.
Okay, this is very important to say.
So, Natsu, I don't know what you're trying to tell us, but just kill Jinchi at this point. He's not good for Mao Mao. He's not good for anybody.
She's trying to tell us that she hates this man, and she wishes people would stop fucking shipping them. That's what she's telling us.
The community is turning it into a joke, and I just feel so bad for her.
Guys,
This is the saddest case of author losing control of her own narrative I've ever seen.
I've mentioned this before, and it's obviously difficult if you are, working for a company of some sort, right? A publisher. It's obviously, harder than, but don't let the fans
don't compromise your story.
Dictate what you want to write. And the story you want to tell. And the reason for that is because you'll end up hating it. And then it won't be as good as it could have been if you got to write the thing you were passionate about and you wanted to write.
And people will be able to tell.
Yeah.
Especially when you draw pictures of your character being shoved off a cliff. That's kind of a red flag.
Like, I mean, this has happened multiple times. We see it happen.
You didn't
with
expect
Voltron.
the cake, Estrock? I don't know what to tell you.
Oh yeah, Hotsun is the second most caked up of the Outcast crew.
Yep, right
he
behind
just wears
Ferret.
really baggy clothes.
Yep.
Yeah, so
He would be
basically,
the guy going to the gym in a
Estrock,
sweatshirt.
what happened is some fan artist drew Mao Mao pushing Jinshi in like a cart, and it was supposed to be kind of cute. She
And
like
it was
gave him a
supposed to be a
push,
little cute
and he was
thing.
just like wee sort of vibes. But then Natsu, the author of Apothecary Diaries,
author.
drew another picture that shows that the cart's actually going off a
response-
cliff.
Unprompted.
Yeah.
So she did this of her own will.
Just
And she
drew
drew
it
the
so that
going
it shows
off a
that
cliff.
it's going towards the edge of a cliff.
I'm gonna send it to chat because
Yeah, put
it's
it in
brilliant.
couch.
It'll be in the couch. I just gotta send it to my
Yeah,
other account. Then
it's
send it to
great,
myself, then I
But the
can post.
problem is that Jinshi is the love interest and not the villain. See, now it's funny if it's like, oh, Milano pushes Everett and like then
Everett
Everett's going off a cliff. Right? Like that's funny because
Like,
he's
don't get
the
me wrong,
antagonist.
We're gonna like Everett later.
Oh yeah.
But for now, he's a piece of
Okay,
shit.
yeah, but point
And we can admit
being,
that.
right, is just the idea of like that makes
All right.
sense because
It's
villain.
in the couch. Enjoy, people.
But if the love interest, no.
Yeah. And it's like the more I hear about Light Novel 5, the worse it gets.
Yeah, it really. I feel really bad for the author, and it's one of those things.
Scene where I think Gaoshun thinks Mao Mao attacked Jinshi, and
Yeah,
it's like,
Gaoshun fell out of favor with me
going
real
on?
fast. Real fast
Yeah.
after Honey episode. I gotta say, I was liking Gaoshun. He was fun, kind of like dad character. Thought he was nice. Episode 10. And I was like, you're a bitch. And I hate you. Honestly, we have yet to get Bossen to fall out of my good graces. So far, I'm chill with Bossen.
I gotta be honest, I will never know because I gave up.
Well, honestly, half of the knowledge I have is coming from that one content creator that we keep seeing.
Same,
Yeah.
because I refuse to consume it. I refuse. If this is the direction we're heading, I will not enjoy seeing any of that animated.
Yeah, God, no, I can't even imagine that.
Unless I'm supposed to hate Jinshi, I'm not gonna enjoy any of that.
Yeah, it's one of those things where, like, I definitely have at least an inkling of, at least, like, I don't know so much about light novels, but, like, the manga, you know, and mangaka sort of, like, issues. I can't imagine it's much different with light novelists, you know, and,
I
like,
imagine
how
it
they
kind
work.
of the same.
Yeah, and the
Probably very traditional to just writing a book. 'cause
Well, also-
that's what they are.
Also, when you like see how, say, what are they? Publishers are portrayed in the media. You know, Vampire Dies in No Time, right? Like, I can imagine that they're really, really, really terrible about what level of I don't know if I said autonomy in your story, because like there's a trade-off where it's like the way that it seems
I would
is,
call it creative control.
yeah, but what I want to point out is that so
Or
in
creative
like manga,
agency, maybe.
right? When you're a mangaka, you're like the person. You are a one-man band 90% of the time, which is horrible work-life balance related, but like you are one person. And to my understanding, it doesn't seem, and I can be wrong, it doesn't seem like any larger corporation has a ton of, you know, influence on your story, at least in the way we colloquially think about it, versus like in the Western sort of side, it's like, oh, poor, you know, like animator, director, creator of XYZ show having big corporation be bitch about it, right? Like there seems to be a disconnect there.
Well, I know who you're thinking of.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly. But like the point being of like, we're not blaming, the directors on that, the creators of the show. We're blaming the corporation.
For that one.
Yeah, the studio. And so
we're blaming the exec.
I think that there is definitely some level of pressure related to keeping the fans happy when you are doing like a manga or a light novel, because that is what is driving your sales, which is what is driving people, working with you and everything like that. But I feel, and I could be wrong, and I'd love for anybody to correct me, but I feel like, unfortunately, the writer of Apothecary Diaries is not as quote-unquote under the thumb of a corporation telling her to do this, and more just seeing the wills of her aunt and the fans wanting a certain thing.
That cannot be a healthy family dynamic.
It's more, I mean, who knows? But like,
I just feel so bad for her.
Yeah, and it's just, I can see, like, even somebody with like, I would say I have pretty fucking stellar parents, okay? As like an overall thing, they're pretty fucking great. And I can see somebody having parents like mine, and still if my mom was like, oh, I shipped these two, and just not, like, I'm a very headstrong person, and being a little more people-pleasing. Yeah, being a little more people-pleasing, wanting to kowtow to that. Right, doubting themselves, maybe. I can see that, whether or not the family dynamic is good or bad,
Good
just
or not.
like an offhanded comment of like, they're your mother, if you do, look up to them, it's like, oh, maybe I should do this, right? They're the general audience or something.
I can make sense of feeling pressure from the fans, because the fans are the ones who buy your books. They're the ones.
Well, it seems like her aunt's a fan. You know what I'm saying? That's, I think, a problem.
Money to the publishing studio. That's not the word I want. Publishing house. I guess that's the word I'm going to use.
The publisher.
Thank you. I'm sorry. I'm overthinking it.
Yeah, it's just the publisher.
So it's like, I can understand that, because romance sells, especially with Jinshi looking the way he does.
That's
I'm not
the sucky
surprised
part, man.
People ship him with Mao Mao. The problem is, I don't think the creator ever wanted her story to go in that direction.
No, she didn't. She explicitly didn't. Jinshi was slotted to die, guys. Like, this is confirmed. Jinshi was going to be killed off.
I gotta be honest, I'd much rather read that original story. Yeah. I want to see what was originally in Natsu's head. We could be sitting on a masterpiece that was never told because her fans bullied her.
It's very unfortunate.
It really is.
What was not small?
I feel like it was the butt.
Oh.
You were very zoomed in on the butt.
When did I say it was small? I don't know what we're talking about.
Your other message?
What?
It didn't send for some reason. Hang on, let me check on YouTube. Nope. It was only Mason's that was held for review, which I just allowed. So there's yours, Mason. I don't see your comment being held, Pastry.
No, it just didn't go through. It was too long, I guess.
Oh, that's bizarre.
No, that's what happens. The problem that I don't like about it is it doesn't give you a word limit. Like, none of these show you
the message, Pastry Puff.
Yeah, but what I don't like is that none of these things show you that, like, oh, your message is too big.
Oh, vampire rant. Let's go. Currently reading a book about Professor, how he analyzes and teaches patterns in novels. And one of the chapters focuses on vampire narrative. Ooh. In a lot of popular classic older vampire stories, the vampires seem to be representative of greedy people in positions of power who abuse, use, and
Victorian upper class. Very, very accurate. Yes.
Right.
Nope, that's 100% what it was.
Can be connected to themes of an alluring person in before taking away. Vampire romance. Yeah. Oh, definitely around the 1970s. Because that's when you saw a shift to like the fascination towards it, not so much the fear anymore. Oh, interesting. YouTube does show you, but Twitch doesn't. I feel like we're learning so much about the differences between Twitch and YouTube.
Yeah, Twitch definitely doesn't. Well, hopefully, Pastry Puff, you'll be able to go back to YouTube on Thursday and stay there because I'll be a good streamer, a good content creator.
Unless you like the Twitch life, Pastry Puff.
I mean, like, you do you know? You pick. It's your choice. We do both for a reason.
Started with Interview with a Vampire.
Yes.
Oh, interesting.
A book I
what was
never
this book,
finished.
Pastry Puff?
Huh?
I'm curious what this book was that you were reading.
Yes.
I'm trying to expand my repertoire into nonfiction. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
I'm not.
The only nonfiction book I've really like purposefully read for entertainment was In Ghostly Japan. How to Read Literature Like a Professor. Ooh, interesting.
Okay.
Does he go through all the different genres, Pastry Puff? I'm so curious. You got me intrigued.
Alrighty. Oh, the romance did. I see.
Wow.
That one's an interesting book that I never finished. I could not finish Interview with a Vampire.
I never read that book.
I tried because I like vampires and stuff. So I was like, ooh, let me try this one. And I couldn't do it. It gets odd.
When did you read that?
Years and years ago. High school sometime?
Was it required reading or?
No. I went to the library and I looked for vampires and it was like, look at this. And I read the blurb on the back or whatever, Yeah, it had to be the back. There wasn't a dust jacket. And I was like, okay, that sounds pretty interesting. And then it just gets a little weird. And I'm like, okay, I'm not super vibing anymore. I don't know. I guess kind of dull in my opinion, personally. Just kind of slow. It was a slow read. Not my cup of tea. I gotta say...
Pastry, go for it, please.
I gotta say, I think that if I really had to narrow down my genre of choice, it has to be mystery. Now, it can be packaged many different ways.
Mystery.
But if there's not, like, something we're solving, I'm not feeling it. I don't know. Because I'm thinking about it. I did like Aragorn, and I guess you could say that's not really mystery, but there's like a thing happening, like, where are the dragons? We have to figure out about the dragons, right? Like, this is a new thing. We gotta figure this out. Oh, mystery, intrigue, right? I love Nancy Drew. I read all of Cam Jansen, the Olsen, Mary-Kate and Ashley.
Calendar Club?
No, I didn't read those, and I never read like the Hardy Boys. Never read them. Never read but no, I'm trying to think.
I think it was A to Z Mysteries.
No, didn't do that either. I loved Magic Treehouse. That's like learning and they're solving mysteries.
My jam.
Right? Yeah, that was great. The name of this book is Secret Series, right? And then the spin-off.
Another good one.
Right? Both literally about mysteries. I'm trying to sit here and remember all the fucking books I read.
And then everything else you've read, or at least the ones you've lent me, have a little bit of a mystery.
Yeah, they have something. You know what I'm saying? Like some are more mystery specific than others.
Magic is like, where did this illness come from?
Yeah, exactly.
What's happening?
Some intrigue going on, right? We're solving something.
You gotta have intrigue.
They have to be solving something. right, if I'm being honest, if it's just save the world, kind of boring. But it's how do we save the world? Okay, now I'm interested. Oh, the fucking like...
I will be very curious what you think of Iron Widow.
The Nicholas Flamel one. Right, but yeah, the freaking... The other one by her that you lent me, right? That's like a, what the fuck is this? Right? We gotta figure out what the fuck has happened to me, you know? And how do we deal with it? Huh?
Into the Neverwood?
No. The one by the Iron Widow author. With the boy.
Oh, Zachary Ying and the Dragon Emperor?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah,
that's what the fuck has happened to me. What is this? Oh shit. Gotta save, you know, the shit. Think Twitch died.
Oh shit, it did.
Oh no. No,
I think YouTube's okay. YouTube is still moving.
Okay.
Twitch is having a time. I'm gonna refresh.
Have to say.
Oh! Channel temporarily unavailable due to a violation of Twitch's community guidelines in terms of service?
I zoomed in on the butt. I'm not joking. That's what happened. I'm not joking. I'm actually not joking.
Oh,
that's what happened.
No fucking way!
Wow. No,
We got banned for cake!
Literally, I'm not joking.
Oops.
That's happened to, like, VTubers and shit before.
That's hilarious!
Wow. Yeah, hi. Welcome.
Oopsie. Hi, YouTube.
How many days are we banned on Twitch now? Let's go check this out.
I don't know. I'm unable to check.
Log in.
How dare you, Ori? You showed a butt.
As long as I'm one day suspension. All right, that's fine.
Hilarious.
That's fine.
It's my fault. One day.
It's my fault.
The cake was way too powerful.
It's my fault. I will not lie.
We showed Hotson's cake, and now we're banned from Twitch. Oops.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. Whoops!
Oh my god,
and it's literally just because I was zoomed in. It's not because it was on the screen. It's just like literally, within the past couple months.
Literally, she was zoomed in and trying to work on something.
Too long. That's literally what it is. I was zoomed in for too long. That's
Ori,
it.
How dare you be an artist?
I know. My bad.
How dare you need to zoom in for these details, these frivolous things?
Well, at least I don't think YouTube's as touchy about the whole thing.
I don't think so. We seem to be all right over there. You could just
put in the announcements that, yep, we're only on YouTube today, guys. Sorry.
Yeah, I got you.
It sucks because it's one of those things you just don't think about. You know what I'm saying?
I'll put it in the loudspeaker.
But welcome. Hi, Willow. The cake was indeed too much. We're gonna try to avoid that now.
Very dumb question. How do I @ everybody in loudspeaker?
I mean, you can just @ everybody, but you don't need to. Just type it in there.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
I'm just glad that we'll be back for Rage's stream. That's honestly all I care. Like the stream that I'm gonna collab with Rage on Thursday. I was like, oh shit, if I'm not on Twitch, that sucks. I appreciate that. Lovely. I'm sorry that everyone also now has to experience mild latency. Well, not mild, unfortunately. Normal latency, as YouTube calls it. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm just glad...
I mean, it isn't a lot, Willow, but it's weird that it's happened twice.
Yeah, are you the new Canadian Lucifer, Willow? I'm just saying.
No way. I mean, this wasn't Scuff.
Yeah,
I don't
this
think
wasn't
this counts as
Scuff. This does not count as Scuff. This counts as an L. I had to take the L.
This is just an L.
It's literally because I zoomed in. Like, I'm not fucking joking.
Yeah.
Insane.
This is why all our characters are Ken dolls.
Yeah, but apparently that didn't fucking matter. I was
just
just zoomed in too far. on the ass.
You went from cake to crack. That was the problem.
Yeah.
Too far.
Ugh. I'll be more cautious.
Thank you, Pastry. Nice to eat you, Axe of Vampires. That was the first thing I saw. Okay. Pastry,
Jamie?
if you are reading it, I will assume that this is told in at least an entertaining way, so I might read this.
Canadian Lucifer, I'm drawing the AU outfits, and I zoomed in order to draw Hotson's shirt on his behind. And yeah, and I moved, and it went across his butt, and Twitch was like, "Yep, Dads, you're showing explicit shit." It's like, all right.
Yep. How dare you?
And I know that's exactly what happened because it happened to like a VTuber was like trying to adjust her model, and it ended up being like zoomed in on her like bust, like cleavage for like a couple seconds, and they suspended her. And it's like, yep, that's what happened. You're Lilith from Jersey. Oh, I was talking about the mysteries novels I read. But yeah, I need some level of like. I
guess that means I have one less tab open.
Yeah, how's that?
So that saves me, I guess. I've never been on the YouTube.
Yeah. Well, I'm just happy everyone has enough has a YouTube account to use. I always feel like if you're on one over the other, it's because you just don't have one. You know, I don't know.
Pastry, I've never seen your YouTube icon before, and it's Mashley. That's amazing.
It's great, yeah.
I get to see all of yours.
Pastry was
on this side. I'm never looking.
A Mash icon in the Discord for a while.
That I remember. I didn't know it carried over to YouTube. I don't check YouTube.
I need MASH Season 3!
I'm always on Twitch. Well, I got news that Dun 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 is coming out July 4th. Yay!
And something else. There was 2 in that.
Sakamoto Days.
That's what it was. The 15th
June
or something? 15th or something. Yeah, guys, if I'm being completely honest...
I want to say yours is from...
just because I zoomed in, Canadian Lucifer. It's solely because I ended up being
Is it from The World Ends With You, Mason? I'm not sure I recognize that character.
If I wasn't zoomed in...
It could just be me having a brain fart.
It wouldn't have been an issue. But yeah, guys, if I'm completely honest, if I had to choose, I would only stream on YouTube.
Yeah. There's just more perks over here.
Okay, I'm actually going to say, technically there's not more perks over here. The reason I prefer YouTube...
There is no more Hoats and Cake because Twitch shut down the party, so to speak.
Yes, there is Hoats and Cake. Here's the Hoats and Cake.
But there is some on YouTube.
As long as I don't zoom in.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't think YouTube's as touchy to my understanding about it. They'll just demonetize me. They won't,
Oh, Jillian.
like, ban me.
Oh my god, how did I forget her? I should reread The Promised Neverland.
I'm just glad, like I said, that it's only for 24 hours. Because I didn't want to not have Twitch for the Rage collab. I was going to be really upset if I didn't have it for the Rage collab. He's always had this cake. It is solely because I zoomed in.
I think this is only the second time we've been banned.
Yeah, we were banned once very, very early for like, it was longer. It was like 3 days.
It wasn't even our fault.
No, basically we were a little naive. We played a Jackbox game that I didn't realize you could literally copy paste pictures into, and it was an older one, so it didn't have good
None of us knew.
Moderation, and we got kind of trolled, and somebody put a the mildly infamous Nikocado Avocado, like, OnlyFans image in it. And even though I, like, took it off real fast, you know, we were suspended. We were suspended.
We still got caught in the crossfire.
I think that's why that like Ace Attorney like second one is only on YouTube. Remember we had like the Ace Attorney 2 stream and whatever. I'm pretty sure it's on YouTube because of that, I think.
Oh yeah.
But yeah.
I think the reason I'm pronouncing it Jillian is because I knew a Jillian pronounced that way, but spelled with a G. So just in my brain, I'm like, that's Jillian, right? It could be another one. Hold on. I'll check. I'll actually check.
Yeah, you remember that enthuse? Yeah.
Neverland. Jillian. Let's see. Let's see if they phonetically spell out her name. Ooh, okay. Well, they don't phonetically spell it out, but they do spell it out in the katakana, and it is using the G character. So in Japanese, her name is Jirian.
Okay.
Interesting.
So still Jillian.
Yep, still Jillian. I love her design.
Yeah, exactly, Enthuse.
So
and I think
fun.
it's literally because we got banned, so the only place we could stream was YouTube. And so we're like, all right, we're on YouTube for a day. And then...
And we eventually became YouTube people.
Well, and then...
Like,
so,
right?
Okay, so the lore is... We started on Twitch, because I never really streamed on YouTube. All of the people I knew were on Twitch, okay? And then as I learned more about YouTube and was debating... Twitch was like, hey everybody, we allow you to stream simultaneously on both. And it was like, oh, that's super neat. Great, I'm gonna really look into this YouTube thing. And we like did some of that and I liked it. And then Twitch was like, hey, yeah, now you can do it, but only if you're not affiliate. And so it was like, all right, I like this enough where I'd rather not be affiliate than not get to simul stream on YouTube, right? And it was like, okay. And we had like enough people from YouTube that had come over, and I was like, okay, this is more important to me to have... Whoop. I'm trying to avoid.
That was the compromise we made.
Yeah, and so we lost all of the perks of being affiliate, which is basically just emojis and channel points, but it made it honestly like a more even playing ground for YouTube and Twitch people, because YouTube people don't have channel points, which I will admit is probably the biggest YouTube L. YouTube, can we just get channel points?
I'm surprised YouTube hasn't integrated that yet.
Yeah. Hello, Federico.
It's one of the most liked things about Twitch.
Literally,
why YouTube hasn't copied that.
Everything else I love about YouTube more. I really like how, one, it doesn't only hold your videos for a certain amount of time. Twitch only holds your VODs for a certain amount of days, then they go away. Now, thankfully, Ori knew this very early on and was downloading any videos that I cared about, so I have all the Wander Song playthrough, guys. I just will never post.
Maybe they'll go up again for an anniversary or something.
They won't. There's two reasons. One, I'm lazy as shit. And two...
Fair enough.
And two, and this is like Dylan specifically is like this, our like sound quality is the lowest it ever was.
Garbage.
Was the lowest it ever was.
I was literally using the microphone on my plug-in earbuds.
Yeah, so it's like, yeah, and Dylan had echo because he didn't have headphones. Remember, I had to solve that.
Oh my god, yes!
Yeah, so...
Holy shit, I forgot about that!
Yeah, so it was a shit show, and so...
How did we ever play D&D without headphones?
really badly. I talked about this. I'm pretty sure on stream.
I feel like I've forgotten all of that.
I'm pretty sure on stream
Allie.
is when I was...
Allie, I have to tell you.
Hello, Allie?
Oh. Yes, Allie.
Talking about how we started.
I was gonna let you finish your
Let's
story.
Plays. Yeah. So on stream, it was when I finally was like aware that Dylan didn't have headphones to use during stream. And I'm like, what the fuck, Dylan? No wonder this is always echoey. You're fucking not using headphones. Like, I'm over here thinking you're using headphones and we're doing stupid shit, right? And why isn't this, like, no, you're just not wearing fucking headphones. And so I literally bought him headphones. It's like, wear these, please.
Do it!
Your turn, Mars.
And this is the story of how we got better audio quality. Well, what I wanted to tell Allie was I was able to play more Ni no Kuni today. And I got to the part where I now have acquired a boat. And I am on my way to the other nation. But I got beaten by the big bad. So now I'm in grinding hell.
Let me open my reference.
Because I'm so damn underleveled. Oops. Stupid Shadar.
I'm having way too much fun with Art Fight, guys. I'm going so ham. It is the same color.
I mean, do it. It only comes once a year.
I know. I had a dilemma. I had a dilemma, guys. And it was a really, really funny dilemma. Basically, I was like reminded of Narumitsu Day, and thus Narumitsu Week is like a big thing apparently that happens on July 3rd. And I had missed the March 7th one because I was unaware. So I really, really wanted to at least do something for this one, right? But then I realized, I was like, oh no, but it's Art Fight. Fuck, I'm going to be doing Art Fight and it's Narumitsu. What am I supposed to do? And then I literally had an epiphany that I was like, oh, well, Ori, just because, like, you can't draw Art Fight stuff before Art Fight starts doesn't mean you can't draw Narumitsu before Narumitsu Day. And I was like...
That is very true.
Oh, now we're good because on vacation, I'm just going to draw Narumitsu for Narumitsu Day. That'll be great. This currently right now, Enthuse, is for Art Fight. Basically where I'm at, comic-wise, is solely like manipulating the 3D models. And I, 1, felt that was kind of boring to do on stream. 2, also just didn't really want to do that on stream. And 3, I want to have these like nice new things for Art Fight. Because I have to go away.
I have to ask, what level do you recommend? Because I think right now my characters themselves are somewhere in the 20s. And yes, I did get the new character import. He's kind of giving more like down on his luck Eddie Fender vibes, and I'm here for it. But I gotta know. I gotta know, Allie. How much do I need to level up?
Unrelated to the Ni no Kuni stuff. Guys, chat, now that you are aware of this Twitch rule, and the fact that sometimes we have nude models on because of artist stuff, right? If I am showing the butt, y'all gotta yell. Y'all gotta scream. Say,
yes.
Ori!
Get that ore horn ready.
Get that off the stream. It's only so like this is fine. It's only when I was like zoomed in on it, right? Like
yeah,
like it was major focus.
She was showing all of the butt.
Yeah, major focus is the problem. All right.
Yeah, we can't do all butt. Yes.
Well, don't do it if
Swain.
it's not fun, Mason. Mason, the comic thing is supposed to be fun.
To quote Enthuse, ore horn butt, ore horn. Now I'm just imagining like one of those Siri voices like, alert, alert, but, alert,
Oh
alert.
my god.
Can we chant TOS?
Yeah, there you go.
I mean, you're totally welcome to, Canadian Lucifer. It will definitely get our attention.
Anything to try and prevent this from happening again. Solely because I don't want it to, like, stack or do, like, 3 strikes you're out or some shit, right? Like, I just want it to be, like...
This is our second one, but it's also, like, our second one within a year.
No, not within a year. Not within a year at all, man.
Or within 2, 3?
Within, like, 2 years. The first one was a long time ago. I'm not worried about those stacking.
We're fine.
No, I'm more worried about, like, I have art fight stuff Thursday. You know, like I just don't need...
Don't draw any asses on Thursday and you should be fine.
It's okay. I probably won't. I'll be doing art night stuff, so it'll be okay.
Good. Because I won't be here to supervise you. I gotta tell Rage.
Yeah, your supervising totally helped in this case.
I did not know that was going to happen.
I know. I didn't even think about it.
Screen plenty of time.
I didn't even think of it. Again, it's specific circumstances. It's specific circumstances. So
no, literally, it's like, oh, the first time that's fine, but if we catch you a second time,
it's literally just the fact that
imagine
it was like
permaban because you were drawing pants. I know, Enthused. You don't have to be sorry, Mason.
It was literally
26 for Shadar.
Honestly,
all right. So I'm about 4 to 5 levels away from that, Allie.
I'm not gonna test it, but I'd be curious that if it was just line work, if it would get clocked.
A sick part of me wants to test it out.
I'm not gonna test it because I'd rather not get banned forever.
But I'm so curious. Like, what if you just made a burner Twitch account to test it out?
It'd be annoying. Pants. There's your pants. Hello, pants.
That's some cake, Ori.
Well, legs.
He's
gonna
got the
test it out this way.
PG-13X.
Torso. You have no color now, Hudson. Just in case.
Now we are safe.
Hypothetically.
Okay, now it looks like he's wearing purple underwear. I'm not sure if this helps.
I don't think that'll proc the thing, so we're okay. What I think is doubly hilarious is that we, like, so many people in the stream were like, the announcement was just like, all right, I gotta cut the stream tonight. What the fuck's happening here?
The way I phrased it.
Yes, it's the way you phrased it.
I said Twitch has given us a 1-day ban for sharing Hotson's cake.
Yep.
That was just gonna pique people's interest.
Of course it was.
It's
almost
marketing,
3 years ago. There you go. There you go. So yeah, it's been a while.
That it has.
It's been a while. It's okay. Yeah, like I said, honestly, I love YouTube more. It will be interesting to see. So, like I mentioned, Twitch is apparently going to implement channel points for everyone, even not affiliate, because they're basically going to get rid of affiliate as like a tier. And that's cool. I don't mind that. But it'll just be interesting how we decide to implement it because of the fact that, like, I don't want to lose y'all people on YouTube, you know, and be like, oh, let's go to Twitch because channel points, so.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if we'll use them or not.
Definitely something we'll have to figure out and discuss.
Yep. It's a tough, because it's like, part of me is like, we just won't use them. But part of me is also like, but they're cool and they'll rack up anyway. So I don't know. I want y'all to watch on YouTube. YouTube pays me. Twitch doesn't. This was an elaborate ploy, and now you're all on YouTube giving me money.
That was the true To Be Villain X.
just got affiliate. Oof. We got affiliate pretty fast. But, like, so guys,
we really did.
Like, it's not like a massive difference. 99% of the revenue we make is from y'all being members on YouTube, which we greatly appreciate. Thank you very much. But
incredibly so. You guys are
ad
amazing.
revenue-wise, Twitch cents. YouTube at least gives me full dollars. You know what I'm saying? Like, at least I get full dollar bills. Yeah,
that we can then use to put back into the channel.
Twitch
to make it even better.
Is notorious for being pretty, like, touchy about stuff, censoring-wise. Like, the fact that, like, hips have to... But also in, like, a, biased way. Because it's like, oh, VTubers can't show hips on their models at all. But if you're in a swimsuit in the, like, beach
Scandalous.
Twitch category, you're fine. Right, and it's just like...
That's really dumb.
Yeah, and it's just like, okay, this just seems dumb at a certain point. Like, if somebody could be in a bathing suit on the beach, like, just let them be in a bathing suit in their own house or on their virtual avatar. You know, like, what is the literal difference? You're not seeing any less... Makes no sense.
Shouldn't even make like a huge difference.
It shouldn't at all.
Can't say I understand that one.
No, Twitch has been notoriously kind of dumb. They're all kind of dumb, if I'm being completely honest. They're all arbitrary because, like, shareholder stuff and everything like that. And it's like, I get it. But at least it felt like...
But I also don't.
I guess my biggest issue is the fact that they really don't tell you a lot of the times. Right, at least like with...
They do leave it to be a surprise.
Yeah, at least like with TV and stuff, it's like, oh, the reason that like this is like these are the words you can't say on TV or stuff, or like these are stuff you can't, whatever. And it's just like, I wish they would just lay it out. That'd be nice. But they specifically don't do that for other legal shenanigans.
Yep. Don't you just love it?
Such a vibe, Pastry Puff. It just isn't perfect, and Twitch does not like that. Yeah.
I feel the pain in that
also,
sentence, Pastry
also
Puff.
that too, Canadians for also the ad block is super nice as well. But yeah, if I had to choose, I would totally be an only YouTube streamer. I think without question. I like the setup of it. I like the discoverability more. I can't remember the last time we were like organically discovered on Twitch. I don't think ever. I'm trying to recall an organic discovery on Twitch.
Mostly through raids, I feel.
Yeah. I wouldn't call that organically though.
No, I'm not calling that organically at all.
Yeah. I can't think of some time when someone like joined out of the blue. You know? YouTube, people have multiple times joined out of the blue. Like half of y'all in chat, if not all of y'all in chat. You're welcome, Allie. It was too cute of an idea.
For it.
And I also have spider practice. So
yes,
it was fun. It was fun to flex.
We will never say no to spider practice.
Dead in a ditch. Yeah, honestly.
Well, it certainly is now, at least for one.
Yeah. I don't have a reason to not be on both. I have more of a reason to stay on both because, you know, people's preference. And sadly, S-Drock doesn't have a YouTube.
Of Dungeon Meshi.
There you go.
We'll see if this convinces S-Drock to get a YouTube. Perhaps.
Guys, if you didn't do any votes, the votes are closing in like a couple of minutes. The first one already closed.
Wait, is there another one? I know I voted in one earlier.
No, it's the ones from today. It's the ones from today. If you did,
I did that.
If you did the ones from today. But if you haven't yet voted for Pass the Smash from today.
All right, guys, get in there. Break the ties.
They're ending. They're ending. I don't know if there's any ties. Oh, shit, there's a tie. There's 2 ties. There's 3 ties. Guys, go for fuck. Oh. There's 3 ties.
Otherwise, Ori's gonna have to do another one.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do another one. Jesus Christ. There's too many
God
peeps.
damn it.
There's too many peeps.
When I was voting earlier today, I kept seeing 50-50, 50-50. I'm like, oh, Ori's gonna have a time.
Guys, there's so many. No, you weren't out of the Blue Willow. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. You're a Twitch person, and you came specifically. I was actually just talking with Dylan about how it was really cool to have you here and stick around, especially because the stream that you came on while we were playing your game was scuffed as hell. The most scuffed stream I think we've ever had. No, this poll is tied. You guys failed.
Shit.
No. Failure! No! Well, fuck.
Canadian Lucifer, I gotta say, I'm not giving up on him either.
You're not giving up on Max, though?
I'm not.
I feel like... Oh, okay. Beautiful. Thank you. We only had 2 ties. I could deal with that. We could have an extra vote. It's in the Discord, Mason. They're dying real fast. I think all the ties are gone. You can vote in the next one. I always announce it, so it's in the Discord in a thread.
And it does. I believe it does show up in loudspeaker.
Yep, I put it in there too. You've been a fantastic addition, Willow. So happy to have you here.
Yes, thank you so much
really
for
cool.
sticking around.
But it's on top of that being like, wow, we were again the most.
It was not our proudest moment.
The most scuffed stream we've ever had. I will never understand what the fuck happened that night. And yet, it's from the couch, Mason. From the couch, but they're all closed now. Oh, one's not. It's off of the couch. In a thread.
Round 3 indeed.
Round 3 will have to happen.
Y'all.
And then round 4 will happen on YouTube.
Gotta end this voting.
I will say, I can't believe the amount of ties we always have with Pass the Smash. I know we don't have like a ton of people vote.
That's
I mean,
not.
like 12 is pretty good. But like, how like indecisive y'all are. I was literally talking with Dylan earlier.
I don't think it's indecisive. I think there are just so many good choices. Everyone wants to see their face.
I was talking with Dylan.
They want to see your magic, Ori.
I was talking with Dylan. I was like, 1, I'm happy that we do the beginning ones in... Currently 9 characters remaining.
Oh,
all
God.
Right. We will have...
We'll have to make some hard cuts.
I can't... Can I not do it the way I wanted to do it? Now I'm trying to brain myself. How did I want to do it? How was I gonna do it on YouTube? I don't even know anymore. How did that even make sense? I'm lost in my own brains here. You're the indecisive. Yeah, you're gonna have to do it. So we'll do a 3, 3, and a 3. And then those last 3 will be voted on in stream.
Oh boy.
And that's how it's gonna have to be.
I am looking forward to this Fridays. This is gonna be crazy. Cannot wait to see the results of this.
But yeah, I'm definitely like... I'm coming off the high of Grossberg. But like... I'm nervous, man. I'm nervous. I'm concerned.
Don't be nervy.
I feel like it's one of those things there are certain characters that are on this list that I don't think can possibly turn out well in the rules that I've set for myself for Pass to Smash, right? Because, so in turning a pass into a smash, I'm not changing the character design, right? Because then, like, I don't think Grossberg or Pain would be as fun if I was just able to make them, like, classic, you know, average male beauty standard. You know what I'm saying? Like, or Bikini, right? Sister Bikini or anything, like making her less short stack or whatever. Like, it's not as fun. And, you know, we wanna... I would love that, Enthuse. That'd be amazing.
Ooh.
Oh, I thank you, Enthuse. Greatly appreciate that.
Thanks, Enthuse. That would be awesome.
Set it for 3 days, if you can. Because I think that'll go right to Friday. And I can, you know, we can end them early.
Yeah, that'd be perfect.
And that'd be greatly appreciated.
Many, many thanks.
And then y'all can all vote right now. But, yeah, there's certain characters that I feel... So, like, remember, the goal is to turn the pass into a smash, but honestly more on, like, vibes and, like, I guess art style to a certain extent. Because, like, yeah, like I said, Grossberg would not be nearly as fun if it was, like, I could do whatever the hell with him and make him, like, younger Grossberg or something. You know, it's not the same.
It would be a very different vibe.
It would be a very different vibe.
Sure.
Which is not the vibe I feel like we want out of Pass to Smash. I feel like it's not as unhinged if we do it any other way. But...
I mean, it's gotta be unhinged.
What happens
There's no
then...
question about that.
What happens then is that... certain characters just won't work. And I think the biggest example of that is Jacques Sportsman. Okay? I know some of you like him. I'm disappointed in myself for that one. That I feel like is my greatest failure. Okay? I feel like Jacques Sportsman is my least favorite Pass to Smash by a lot. And I think the biggest reason is because all of our issues when you watch the Smasher Pass stream with him is his hair. Nothing else about his look
is just rough in
or
general.
vibe is bad. The flaring of the jacket is fun. Like, all of his actions are fun, right? He's a confident dude, but it's just the fact that his hair is horrible. But thus, when laid out in how I, you know, do the game, I can't change his hair. You know? And so that makes it
kind of defeat the purpose.
Difficult, because now if I can't change the one thing that makes him a pass for us, I literally just can't make him a smash for us. You know? And thus I feel like
lies
he's
the problem.
My greatest failure.
Ugh. It's okay.
I guess what that means.
Still great in our eyes.
What this really shows is the fact that Jacques Sportsman is so far the only true pass that we've come across.
True.
As everybody else has been able to basically, they clean up good, right?
They do.
But Jacques Sportsman
they clean up good.
Does
they wear
not
confidence well.
Clean up good enough.
Jacques Sportsman had a time.
That's what it is. And that's what I'll be saying. Jacques Sportsman, he just don't clean up good enough. I'm a little sad.
So close. He was very nearly there.
That Buddy Faith isn't eligible. I feel like he'd be a really good candidate. However, I do think we would have smashed. Yeah, exactly, Mason. He is certified unfuckable. And you know what?
Which I think works with him being a murderer. We don't want him to be attractive.
Personality-wise, works out.
Outsides match the inside.
Yeah, there you go.
That's what we like.
But what was I gonna say? My brain was dying.
Oh no.
Oh, guys, cast your votes. Oh, there's one more to go.
Oh shit. Okay, let me know when they're like ready.
There's 2 out of 3.
Because I will admit, I don't usually vote in these because I'm usually there, but since I'm not there, I do want a little bit of sway.
So far, the only episode ones are the ones that Mars has not been vocally present. I think you've only been fully present for one.
I think
Is that right?
So.
Was it the Jacques Portsman one?
No, it was not Jacques Portsman. I was not present.
You were
for that
definitely
one.
not here for Bikini, so it was Lauren Pops was your first one.
Maybe Lauren Pops was it, yeah.
It definitely wasn't Bikini. Because Bikini
but then
was...
didn't we just have No, that was Faithful.
Then, last one was Grossberg, which you were present, but on the whiteboard for.
I was on whiteboard for that one.
And I think you've been in chat.
Oh, they're all up. Okay, cast your votes. Where be they?
I'll make the announcement.
Okay.
Where is the couch? I've lost everything. You're Lotta Smash? I think I could do Lotta. I think I could do Larry. Whoops. Come here. Surprise.
Depends how desperate you are, Allie. That's the question.
Hashtag ass. At stream. Alright.
Okay. These results were tied.
Yep.
Oh,
I think I could do Lotta. I think I could do Larry. I'm kind of excited if it's ever Judge. Judge A, little more difficult. Regular Judge I would like more. Morgan, I think I can do. Morgan's maybe. Because she has similar issue with Jacques Portsman about the hair.
Yeah.
Max, probably really easy. Wendy, I think we could do. Penny.
If you can make Grossberg look good.
Penny, Maggie, concerning. Don't think I could manage it. Dr. Turner Gray, definitely could do it.
Dr. Gray, I feel like, could make something happen. Like, that one shouldn't be too bad.
Yeah, I'm scared of Maggie, guys. Yeah, right, Enthused?
Oh, because Maggie, it's not like she's
I think Max
not
is just
cute.
so much more interesting.
The design looks good. It just wasn't a smash. So that's where it gets tricky.
Her and Penny Nichols, to me, have the same, like, issue of being just, like, not it in a way that I'm just afraid of.
They're just people.
Versus Turner Gray is not it in a way that I feel like very much fits the Grossberg Winston Payne, and I feel like we could totally do it. Same with Judge. I feel like I could
Max
totally
has potential, Canadian. I hella agree with that.
We need him to win. I'd be down for Max. I wouldn't be as afraid of Max. Because his... Oh, no, I'm actually very... ooh.
You're afraid of Max?
Yeah, because his... I remembered why we passed him, and it's 90% because of his pompadour hair. And and that's the same issue with Jacques Portsman, is he's literally
Ori has to figure out how to make a pompadour hot.
Is that he's literally all there.
You know how to make a pompadour hot.
I know how to make a pompadour good. I think if I like keep it but it's toned down,
I mean enthused. If the shirt is already up, that just means we gotta take the pants too.
Okay, we're not taking the pants. But I know I know how the shirt off can be better. We could... Okay, there's ideas with Max, because he also has a
You
cape.
could also change the type of jacket, too.
See, no, I can't do that.
Oh, you
That's
can't?
against the rules.
Oh.
If it's 2 out of the thing...
Okay,
Max, I think I'm less scared of Max now solely because in his official design, even though it's not the sprite, he does have the hat and he does have the cape. So I think with those things, we can manage it. Now, remember, Mars, the only reason that Grossberg doesn't have pants is because he doesn't have pants. That wasn't a decision I made. It was a decision they made. Right?
True.
So, like...
Ooh.
Max has pants.
Make him lay down and squish the hair down or dunk him in a bucket of water.
See, we tried the wet with Jacques Portsman, and I feel like the reason that it wasn't good is on top of that because, like, the goal is to keep the design, right? It's very, like, because I feel like we get to the point where it's like, then why don't we just give Winston Payne a wig? You know, shave Judge or not, right? Like, I feel like these were towing the line of what I'm going for. Yes, well, the roses are on the cape enthuse, so, like, same with, like, I didn't mention the feather in the hat, right? Like, they're attached. I know the list, but they're one unit. I can think of a
lot of fun things you could do with those roses. Like, there's definitely stuff you could do.
Because, I just feel like there's definitely, like, there's a vibe of Smash to Pass that I want to keep. Now, I will also say, as happened with, you know, making monsters hot, I did eventually go, it's my stream, I want to do what the fuck I want. And so the rules don't really matter.
Ori went feral.
I think Lotta's actually going to be really easy. I think I'm confident with Lotta. I'm confident with, Larry. Morgan and Wendy, I'm pretty confident. Judge A, I think I could also manage. Max scares me just because he very much feels like he has the Jacques Portsman issue, you know? Of literally, like, we only didn't smash because of this one visual aesthetic, right? And I think that's my biggest concern.
Understandable.
Because it's very much like, at what point does wetting down or unproducting the hair just make them not the character they are anymore? That'd be like, oh, let me draw Phoenix without his spikes. Because the spikes are what made him not a Smash, let's pretend. Right? Because he's still a Smash.
Where you're coming
right?
From
Like, it's not
that.
Phoenix anymore. And I know Phoenix exists, but Phoenix is a separate character now. Right? Like, in a Pass to Smash, in a Smash or Pass, he would have his own fucking thing. Just like every Larry has his own thing. Because if honestly Larry wore a certain thing, he might be better.
He might. He would. He definitely would.
I feel like I could easily make any character. I guess, okay. This is the difference. I want to give the character they got, like, they clean up good. I don't want to yassify, right? That's the difference.
I see it.
I want to bring out...
That helps me make sense of
their inner Smash with confidence and posing and vibe. I feel like this also just has to do with being, like, Ace and stuff. And it was like, they could look
almost
good.
Definitely.
But the vibe is important. Because I could literally make any of them hot very easily. And then it's just not a challenge anymore. I'm not special now. Exactly, Enthuse, exactly. But giving Salmonella, like, eyes and a smirk or whatever, and, like, having him be confident in his look, you know, we could do it.
Instead of the pinched face,
Yeah.
that would be something different.
Because, honestly, 90% of improvement in Winston Payne was smirk and giving him actual
It's just
eyes.
a smirk?
And giving him actual eyes.
He just
I could
needed
feel
a
the
face.
soul in there.
Yeah. The eyes are the window to the soul, they say, and they are right.
Also, I learned in making monsters hot that if I give it anything a smirk, it's automatically hot.
This is also very true.
Yeah.
Like, this is not incorrect.
So if we pass on a character that already kind of smirks, then it's like, what else is there for me to do? I will, of course, always attempt. You know, like, I'm not...
Oh,
we
there
ain't
will never not
here.
be an attempt.
We ain't cowards here. But I guess, like, for lack of better terms, I'm special, and the whole thing is, like, unique as, like, a concept, because I'm not only I'm not redesigning the characters to make them hot. I am making the character as they are hot, right? And I feel like that's, like, an angle that is less seen in media. I want to stand out. We gotta be special so that we get people to like us. So that the channel can get more money.
Interesting.
So I can pay more people to do stuff for the channel so we can get more shit happening. See, it's all a cycle.
Too.
It's really funny. So I was talking with Dylan today. There was definitely a period of time, specifically after... So, like... Okay, let me back up. The timeline for, like...
A Canis smash to pass.
Canis pass or smash is actually going to be epic as fuck, because it gives... With the dog...
I don't think Dylan's going to pass on him.
Yeah, that's the other problem. That's the other problem.
That's
There's
the
a
only
number
thing.
of characters
I don't think
that I
Dylan's
would
gonna say pass.
love to pass to smash. Like, have them in the running, but one of us smashed.
Yeah. Very sad.
Mostly Mars or Dylan, I gotta say. Mostly Mars or Dylan.
I've grown weak over the years. What can I say? I've grown weak.
But there's definitely characters where I was like, ooh, you'd be such a good... Okay, can I admit something? I really want LeBlanc. I really want Zinc LeBlanc to win at some point. I really, really do. I really want to draw this man in his fucking vase. Not fucking the vase, but like...
Make it...
Pin up with the vase.
No!
Pin up with the vase. I need
God,
so
I'm
bad.
dying. Jesus, that sentence
Like, I'm
killed me.
sad every time he loses. I feel like he has such good potential, in my opinion, to be past the smashed. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh.
He truly does.
Yes, I hate Excelsior. He's so ugly. Inside and out. I hate that man. I've known that man
a spoiler
for 30
but
minutes.
I'm not smashing that man.
I've known that man for 30 minutes, and I hate him. I hate him so much.
I've only known Excelsius for 30 seconds, but if he were to die, I'd get a sandwich.
Yeah, I hate him so much. No, I'd take Eustace and say, hey, bud, let's go get ice cream. Like, come on. Let's go
bud,
celebrate. Yeah.
Meet your better father.
Meet your better dad, yeah.
Is it
God.
Edgeworth? It'll probably be Edgeworth. Definitely.
He just, yeah, it's adopting. It depends on what Verity's arc is.
I am curious, because now that Excelsius has been introduced, I don't think they're going to go the whole, like, she's been hiding her anger this whole time. Like, guys, I was imagining, if you've seen the movie Promare by Studio Trigger, there's a character in it. His name is Cray Foresight. The way his personality is set up is that he is an authority figure, and he's very stoic, very calm, very poised. But then the main character's Gallo comes in, starts questioning what he's doing, starts questioning his authority and his actions, and he has a breaking moment where he completely breaks character, and the animation supports this. He goes from being very rigidly animated to very fluid and very exaggerated, and it is a complete juxtaposed moment to how we saw him earlier, coupled with how his voice actor is portraying him. And that was the moment I was predicting for Verity. where eventually she'll just get fed up with Eustace's shit and just like literally there's a moment in Promare where Craig Forsyth tells Gallo, I've always hated you. I've secretly been hoping you die this whole time. And I'm like, I'm kind of waiting for Verity to do that. Now that Excelsius has been introduced, I'm like, yeah, nope. That theory's kind of out the window.
And the reason I'm going to say I don't know Mars and that I wouldn't write it fully out yet is because Excelsius's introduction just fully confirms Nepo Baby. And that Verity is only dealing with Eustace because of who his daddy is.
True.
I'm just saying. I feel like that.
I'm trying to get a read on how Verity feels about Excelsius. I feel like I need more content before I can make that call.
Yeah, we've only just met him. And I will say, every single one of his sprites? Irk, the ick. I want to punch this man in the gut.
The water in the goggles is gross. I do not like it.
I hate it. I hate that. To think there was a brief moment with his like little crying bit where I was like, oh, he's just a big softie and he's misguided. And then everything else, I was like, nope, I hate you. You're the Gantz of this one. Fuck off.
Yep.
And never come back. We hate you with so much. At least, no, I don't even know.
In Dylan's book, he'll be the uglier Gant.
I would smash Gant if the other choice was Excelsius. No. If the other choice was Excelsius, Gant is leagues above aesthetically.
Holy shit!
Excelsius is dirt. Despise.
We're getting some hot tea tonight, you guys.
Hate him. I've known Excelsius for 30 minutes, and I would trade him for a corn chip.
I love it.
Oh, that just reminds me.
No, he's awful.
That reminds me, I like saw an actual like video of a raven doing the mimicry. I was like, damn.
Oh yeah.
Parrots got like ravens. Parrots got nothing on ravens, man. Ravens like are just people voices. Like it's insane. It's insane how just like this is a person and the bird is lip syncing. Where parrots are like, this is a parrot voice, right? Like we know the parrot voice.
And you can tell it's a parrot voice.
There's a parrot voice. But the raven is just doing a person voice, right? Like the raven is just like
said they're freaky as
a mouthpiece for a human. It's wild as hell. I can't even. All right. Ooh, it's looking like Lotta Heart, Max Galactica versus Maggie are gonna be the ones for stream.
Oh shit.
Oh.
Okay.
Even more than
not terrible.
Okay, wait. Estruck, if you're listening, I'm assuming you're listening and you're typing in the Discord. I'll watch Discord a little more now. My brain died. Hold on. You're asking even more than Von Karma. Do I hate Excelsius more than Von Karma? Yet to be seen. Yet to be seen. I need more information.
We gotta complete the arc.
I'm gonna be honest. In an like endearing way, I prefer Dylan's portrayal of Von Karma than the current portrayal of Excelsius. Just like as a character vibe. Von Karma has been portrayed by, and I'm gonna say 100%, it's very like my enjoyment of the Von Karma character and like, oh, the boy comes back, like that sort of shit is solely based on Dylan's like playing of him, right? Nothing else. So it really depends, because we really haven't seen a lot of Excelsius yet. It really depends when we go with this. Will Dylan like super get it? Oh, in terms of smashing, would I pick Excelsius over Von Karma? I think it would have to be still Von Karma. I feel like out of those three, we have Gant,
Karma.
We have Gant, Von Karma, Excelsius.
His design
is still nice. He dresses up nice. I think he could clean up nice. I'm like sad. That's one of the ones I'm sad Dylan even jokingly said smash. I'm very excited.
But we can't have him.
Yeah, Dylan smashed him again in Investigations 1. I'm really sad.
We're screwed.
I'm really sad. I want Dylan, if Dylan passes Von Karma in Investigations 2 Smash or Pass, then we can have him in the running. And I really want him in the running because I really want that one. I want that one so fucking bad. No, we can't. Be honest. We cannot.
I want it.
We cannot influence. That would be unjust. I like how I just sit on his ass anyway, but again, just the lines. You sit on all asses. You know? Yeah, I know, but...
That you do.
We know what I mean. We mean what I know.
All asses sit. I fail to see how this is a shocking thing.
Estrock. Hold on. Oh no, we're banned. I was gonna say, I think you could actually type in the Twitch chat and it'll still come up on Restream, but we're suspended, so that doesn't even work.
We're suspended
so it doesn't even work. It doesn't even work.
Drat.
Yeah, I thought I had a workaround, but not. I'll keep Discord open and I'll look. So
yeah, that
should
works.
be good. Should be good. But
it's not you.
I don't think Dylan isn't playing Excelsius well. He doesn't have the whimsy of Von Karma. Right? Von Karma feels like a cartoon villain. Excelsius feels like a real villain.
But in the best way.
Right? Excelsius feels like somebody I could accidentally stumble to down a dark alley and I would stab him with a knife. Right? Like I would. Von Karma doesn't feel real life. You know? Von Karma doesn't feel like a real person.
Where it's like, he is cartoonishly exaggerated,
that's what I'm saying.
In a good way.
Exactly.
Whereas Excelsius is like, ooh.
Well, it's like, I'm not worried about running into Jafar from Aladdin. Right? Like, that's not like a concern that I'm gonna meet somebody and who's gonna give me Jafar vibes. But I've totally met people that fucking give me Excelsius vibes. Right? Like we're like,
oh yeah.
No.
It's like,
let's
no thank you.
Not.
Let's not do that. Please and thanks.
Please and thank you. And I think that's definitely where I'm at. But I'm honestly really upset that Dylan has smashed Von Karma every time. And it's his own doing, because he said something to me. Oh, it was... So Dylan smashed the Pink Princess version of Wendy Oldbag, and that's why she is not in the running. All her other outfits are, but not the Pink Princess one, because Dylan smashed her. Okay? And what's funny is I mentioned this to him, or I said something, and Dylan's like, God damn it, that's the one I actually would have wanted you to, like, do. And it's like, well...
That's not how the game is played.
Ooh, Other Mother? Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Ooh.
It's very like, this is not... Yeah, No, yeah. Yeah, I feel it. Yeah.
Yes.
It's a fine line to walk. Even with Gant, though. Gant is, like, fairly cartoonish, right? On Guard, you know, pretty cartoonish. Like, these aren't people that, like... They're played up enough, right? There's obviously through lines of real people, but they're played up enough. Excelsius's whimsy is very low currently. That could change. We have literally barely met the man. You know, like, we have just met him. I
gotta say, so far, not a very good first impression.
Did he leave, or did we just not get the chance to talk with him yet? I feel like he left, because I feel like we left off at a good cut, if I remember correctly.
I think he left.
Yeah, it just wasn't a good... Because we had a good cut, I'm pretty sure. Like, it was like, this one we've been ending at good, points every time.
And some parts of his screen time were spent insulting his son. Which just...
Yeah.
Not the vibe.
It's very much of like...
Eustace.
I definitely have the vibes of only we can call Eustace a dum-dum.
Exactly. That's exactly the vibe I'm going for.
It really feels that way.
Only we're allowed to bully Eustace.
Yeah, exactly. Welcome back, Black Sapphire. You phased out. We're talking about Excelsius and the fact that he was insulting Eustace, and we're like, only we could insult this idiot. You can't say bad things about him. What was I asking? I don't remember what I was asking. I was asking something. Oh, no. I was
don't
asking
remember.
where we
Shit.
ended, in our last Ace Attorney episode. I'm pretty sure we ended on, like, a to be continued, and not a, like, in the middle of something. I think we got all the Excelsius time that was allotted to us as planned, because it was another thing.
Oh, is that it?
I think that's what it was.
Okay.
Estrock, would it be easier if Mars and I were in the side stream? I don't want you to feel left out because we got banned. We got suspended.
Totally our own fault.
Oh no. I can't enthuse. What sucks about this is I can't, like, allow it. Did you fix it?
Can't allow it.
Okay, you fixed it. What did you do? That's so weird. Is that like a thing you can allow? I always try to go to those and it like is just like notifies me. Oh, it's flagged, not stopped. Cool. That's good. That's what I like. The message was flagged, not stopped. Discord is sensitive sometimes.
It really can be. Oh,
And we're gonna
new
have to Kay-
trivia.
Oh yeah, Kay ran away. Yeah, Kay
That's
ran
right.
away.
They were about to arrest her.
Oh shit. I have no idea.
Oh.
All I remember
Contrast
is
with characters.
Induce it like flagged your message because of the use of the word whore, which like we don't personally care about. But I thought that it had stopped.
At
your
least not in
message.
this context.
Yeah, I thought that it had stopped your message, but it just like notified me that you used that word, which is good. Yes, all right, moving aside, stream Mars. Come on.
All right, let's go.
We're over here now. That didn't change for anybody on
Hello.
stream. Let me open this. Let me do...
Yep.
I have to run this. Boop, boop, boop. And then let me do this. Why are we not here? Interesting.
Yes, this way all of our lovely
Okay,
friends
hold on.
have
Our
access.
avatars are not here for some reason. And I don't know why that is.
Oh, we're ghosts.
We're ghosts!
Woo!
Huh. That has never happened
Well,
before.
this is interesting.
This has never occurred before.
Hello, we are calling from the void.
Uh-huh. Huh. Your camera is sending in a low frame rate. That's fine.
Okay.
I don't know why.
I can live with a low frame rate. Where are we?
I don't know where we went. Reactive.
Ori, what time warp did you put us in?
Nothing! It should
I don't
work
want to
just
dive
fine.
back in time.
It should work just fine. I don't know why it's not. This has never happened before. We are ghosts.
Oh, Discord.
Oh, Discord indeed.
I don't know, Pastry. I'm kind of waiting on Ori to decide, to be honest.
What are we deciding on? No, we're gonna stay on
Everyone
YouTube.
should go to side
Unless
stream.
YouTube's having a problem. I just went in there because Estrock can't talk on YouTube. Because
I don't
Estrock
think
doesn't...
this is a YouTube problem.
No,
This is definitely an
This,
OBS problem.
this is a Discord problem, if anything, actually. And so that's actually what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna quit Discord for a second. So bye,
Okay.
Mars. Enjoy being
See?
inside stream alone. This is a Discord problem. That's usually what happens when there's a Discord problem. Gotta fully quit Discord. I'm pretty sure that's what has fixed it before. Yeah, something's happening. Alright, well, Canadian Lucifer's here, so we couldn't go without Scuff. And apparently Willow is Canadian Lucifer in training, so... Such is life. Hey, at least it's not the normal Scuff. This Scuff is something that I can't really not deal with, if that makes any sense. This is scuff that is not my fault, personally. It's okay. We had too much fun with the invisible spray. Okay, now let me join here. Hello.
Hello?
We're gonna check. Yes, I would like to do this. Okay. Cool. Up.
Let's see.
We're here. We're here. Hello. We've returned.
I think so.
Welcome. We're alive. Now I have to put it on this. For this.
There we are.
Oh,
there we
success.
are. Canadian Lucifer, you brought the scuff!
Yeah, exactly. All right, we're here. Mars, entertain. We're gonna get water.
Canadian
I deserve
Lucifer. All right, I shall entertain. That is one hell of a time to come back, Allie. We just went invisible. Ori used her magic. She cast a spell, and we went invisible for a little bit. But I hope you're enjoying the last episode of Mashley. You're in season 2, right? It's a good time. It's a good time. Yep, we had way too much fun with the invisible spray from Bargain Mart. Oopsies. We should be back. I see us inside stream. We're good there. See us on YouTube. We're good there. The last one. Nice. You finished!
I think we're all good. I think we're all good.
What'd you think of it, Allie?
I'm pretty sure we're all fine. Yep.
I hope
Nice,
you enjoyed.
Ellie. All right. Beautiful. Everything seems good here. Now I can add his pants color. What is this and why is this? That's why.
Oh, Omega Mart.
Okay, beautiful. No, what is it?
And
Fantasy
didn't
Costco,
mean-
where all your dreams come
All
true.
your dreams come
Gotta
true.
do for you. That's
For
definitely where we got
you.
the invisible spray.
Oh, yeah. 100%. There's no doubt.
Yeah, struck. That's why we didn't have
I
any
need more
scuff.
Adventure Zone.
Canadian Lucifer, we didn't have any scuff, and then
We didn't have
the
any.
suspension was the ultimate. So you had charged it up, as Struck was saying. You had charged it up.
Yep. Tis tis.
He'll manage it, Allie. I have faith and trust and pixie dust. Okay, guys,
Pixie dust.
completely unrelated. My mother gave me Lindt chocolate bars. I think they must have been on sale for some
Ooh.
shit. I don't know. She got me two 70% cocoa dark chocolate ones, and then she got me dark chocolate and intense orange natural flavor. It has orange
Ooh.
and almond slivers. Holy fuck, you guys. This shit, amazing.
That sounds incredible.
If you, yeah, I know. Allie, if I'm being honest, if it has to be a day, rather be Tuesday. And I will say, this is scuff.
Yeah, Tuesdays are the days to do it.
This has all been scuff that I know what the problem is, so I feel pretty chill.
I literally just got an alert that my headphone battery is low. God damn it.
Mars! That's Willow!
It's not like I asked for that.
The tag team is too strong. But yeah,
Ah!
honestly, if we had Tuesday and Thursday scuff to never have scuff on Fridays, I'd be pretty happy.
Yeah. Honestly, it's a small price to pay. I'm okay with it. Tis a
Ooh,
small
extra.
price to pay.
Do you have bread bowls? My goodness.
Ooh. Bread bowls are delicious.
Yeah,
Go
the
wrong
ultimate
with
tag
that.
team indeed.
Truly. But he did it, Allie!
Allie.
And that scene where Finn calls out to him and all his friends are cheering for him.
Mm-hmm.
So damn good. Allie, I don't know if you were here for when I showed my parents.
I don't think she was.
This was
you gotta
in
say
December.
This is so good.
Okay, I have to share this. So I have recently been getting my parents to watch more anime,
Which is
it's been
amazing
a slightly
feat.
successful endeavor. I gotta admit,
it's pretty crazy.
It's been amazing. But one of the shows I used to introduce them was Mashley because it had a good mix of comedy. It was like it had enough goofiness to keep them entertained, but like a little bit of thought behind it, so it wasn't completely mindless.
And it definitely wasn't
like
classic
good
shonen
start
level of anime vibes.
It wasn't fairy tale.
Or Naruto.
Yes, that's what we wanted to avoid. So this felt like the safest route. And literally within like the first couple episodes of watching, my dad goes, "Okay, so when does he and the blonde get together?" And I'm like, the blonde, you mean Lemon? And he's like, "No, the roommate." And I go, "Finn? Yeah, when does he get together with her?" And I just turn to my dad, I'm like, "I'm not saying it couldn't happen, but Finn's a guy, just so you know." And he goes, No, she isn't. She's drawn so soft." I'm like,
We're like, welcome to anime.
"That's just anime. I don't know what to tell you, Dad." Because he was literally like, "Look at how they're looking at each other. You're telling me that she's not the love interest?" I'm like, I mean, it could be a progressive show. We don't know, but I'm gonna go out on the limb and say no.
Okay, because we're on this topic now, I watched such a good short the other day. I don't think you might have sent it to me, Mars. Sometimes I can't tell the difference. Sometimes I can't tell. So if you recognize it, maybe. But it was basically about how it's like the constant cry of like, why can't the two male characters just be friends? Right? And it's like, oh, well, this has happened a lot in the shipping culture because the women in anime were just written really poorly. So the character, the character development and the relationship development between the two male characters that are just friends is just so much better than the actual official love interest.
Yeah.
And so you feel for it more. And they use the example of Naruto with Sasunaru, right? And it's like both of the love interests of Sakura and Hinata were just really underdeveloped as characters overall compared to Naruto and Sasuke's whole relationship. And you could say if one of them was a girl, they would have totally been together at the end. Right? Like it without question. And it's like, God, that is such a vibe because I'm sitting there.
Naruto literally looked at Sasuke and was like, "I can change him."
Yeah, Allie, right? The only one who sees the sides. Yeah, exactly. But I think that's really it. A similar thing with we talked about Lemon.
Mason. They were roommates.
Right, we talked about Lemon in Mashley, right? She is the least utilized character in the entire thing, right? Now, I'm thankful that she does have certain moments, but definitely as a character, she's sidelined a lot.
Character, she's definitely the least fleshed out.
So if they were to ever say that, oh, Lemon Mash's endgame, it'd be like, what the fuck? Where did that come from? Now, I don't think that is because Mash shows zero indication of liking her, even though she likes him. I think it's just the comedy, the parody aspect of the whole thing. But it is just one of those things where she's very underdeveloped. I'm trying to think about, literally any other time where, feel like shipping the characters over anything else. In Voltron, you have two main female characters, and one of them is arguably NB Pidge. Looking at you, my child. We love you. Also a child, but you got Allura, who has her moments, but not enough.
She did get a good amount at first. And then I feel like as the series went on, they focused more on the
100% pastry puff. Yes, exactly. No, I really like how, like, I hope in season 3 that Lemon gets a little more moments, because I will say the end of season 2, how Lemon acts with the little cat moment with her and Dot, I'm like, I really liked that. That was really nice to have. Like, she wasn't just, you know, oh, Mash, my, you know, fiance or whatever. She was like, oh, no, like, I actually value and care about how they view you and how people, like, think about you and things like that. I was like, oh, this is nice. I hope that we get more moments of her later on.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, the clanch shit, you know, exactly, pastry puff. Yeah, exactly that.
That's what I like about it too, Allie, is Mash basically treats everyone in that friend group equally.
Oh, 100%.
And it's great.
It's great. I'm very here for Ace Mesh. Something, so I don't know if anybody, I know Enthuse in here watches Dr. Stone, but I don't know if anybody else does. I had not honestly, I there's no ships for me in Dr. Stone except the very obvious, Taiju and, Yuzuriha, which are honestly fucking great. I love them a lot. I think
Very
that's
cute
actually
together.
a really top tier
vibes.
straight couple in media. They're really nice, right? They both have vibes. They both like the things about each other that they should. They both like knew each other for a very long time and have like a relationship.
Her quirks too. She's not perfect.
Yeah,
which I love.
It's great. I really do like them as like a ship. It's great, but there's no other ship that I really see in the whole thing. And I stumbled across Mars and I follow this one creator. Their tag is Water Looper, and Looper has a U, Louper, Water Looper. And they do a bunch of, you know, ship content. And I think we followed them because of Sherlock Moriarty and stayed because of
Shirley,
yeah, and stayed because of Arthur Merlin.
Arthur.
Yeah. They also do Javik, and then literally I get into Dr. Stone and they do Gen Senku.
And Senku.
I'm like, I didn't consider this.
Start doing Sengen.
But I'm not against this. Like, I can see where people are coming from.
I can see a case for it.
I could see why this would be a ship. Personally, I don't think so. I'm not on the ship, but like, I can see why we got there. And I think that's important. Does that make sense? I think that's important.
Absolutely.
Every ship should have a case. Unless they're obviously like goof ships, right? Where, you know, like there's like Grinch and Tony
Well, then
Tiger,
you get into
right?
crack ship
Yeah,
territory.
crack ships. But like, okay.
Now, every good ship has a basis to start from. And usually that comes from the emotional connection that the characters have to each other. Because that's what we latch onto. We want to see the characters emotionally support each other. I was reminded this weekend on that Promare rewatch how much I friggin' love Gallo and Leo.
Yes, Gallo Leo's great.
So beautiful.
But honestly, I'm so dying for you guys to just continue the Kim Possible guy because it's so good. Because right now they feel like friends. They feel like childhood friends. It's just
They're
great.
They're setting it up so
I love them.
Good.
They're so good.
That's what we like.
So good. Like, more shit needs to take fucking example of Kim Possible and Ron Stoppel's relationship for any type of like I don't care what genders the characters are. You know what I'm saying? Like, the way
just take
that their vibe
please
is so good. It
That's all I
feels
need.
so
I need more
right.
of that dynamic.
It feels so right. You know what I'm saying? It just feels. It just feels so real. Feels so correct.
It feels like how people in relationships
It
act.
feels like how real high school friends interact. Real childhood high school friends interact. It feels so real. I love it. It's great.
Yeah.
So good.
Study the vibe, Allie.
Study the vibe. Please study the vibe. It's really good vibe.
It is recommended.
It's top tier vibe. You know what I also am really happy with?
Season 2 Skate the Infinity announced.
When?
I'm waiting for the trailer to finish.
Oh. I think the other thing, I also, another one. I'm very happy with, Randy and, why am I blanking on the friend's name?
Brandy and...
Why am I blanking on the friend's name?
Who are you? What
Randy
show?
Cunningham and his best friend.
Oh, Randy and... Fuck.
Yeah. I can't
Howard.
remember.
Howard. It's Howard.
I actually like bread. Howard. Yes, I actually
Thank
like
you.
bread bowls. Estrock. I'm sorry. I was trying to catch up with Estrock stuff.
You were in Llama Land there.
I was reading Estrock's words.
Like how many times
I
can you say Howard
actually
before she reacts?
do like bread bowls, Estrock. I the sourdough ones with like baked potato soup.
Ooh.
That shit's good.
Those
you
are
scrape
so
the
good.
insides. You add
You
the
can have
Eric's
a
about
creamy soup,
good stuff.
I feel.
Yeah, like chowders. You know, those sort of things. Really good. But sourdough specifically, love it.
Yes. Those make for the best and...
What do you think is the worst ship fandom in the worst ship fandom? So the fandom of the ship in anime history. Has there been a moment where a ship was confirmed not happening that was equivalent to like the Titanic? So we mean how like everybody shipped Jack and Rose, but then it didn't happen?
Okay, hold on. So, the worst ship fandom in anime history, that makes sense. Has there been a moment where a ship was confirmed to not happen?
It
was
is
the
good,
equivalent
Pastry
to, like,
Puff.
the
It's
Titanic.
really nice.
Okay, so, Estrock, what I think you're asking is, has the creator confirmed that a ship isn't happening and the fandom freaked the fuck out? I think that's called Clans.
Clans is a rough.
I think that's called Clans.
It's
the
called
fandom
Clans.
crashed and burned so hard.
Fucking
following
crashed out
that.
really hard. And I would have to say, I will say, I don't know what I would call the worst ship fandom in. Yeah, the Dash Hopes. Yeah, Disaster. It's Clans, 100%.
Yeah, that's
Estra,
Clans.
100%.
That's 100%
The crash
Clans.
out was legendary. I haven't heard of anything like that crash out.
That was insane.
But the worst ship fandom, the problem that I would say that a lot of people would say Voltron. I
I would
honestly
almost
think
argue Steven Universe, because that one got pretty toxic at
Steven
times,
Universe does too. I feel like the problem... Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we're on the same boat. I feel like
I've
the
also seen the My Hero Academia fandom
yeah,
go crazy
I don't
with
think
their
I would
ship.
say that there's
AMC.
one...
Basically, any show with a large cast, like, oh my god, Eren Yeager was shipped with practically everybody. And I do everybody. So
Yeah,
everyone had,
like,
like,
I never
your
watched...
OP
We don't
Yeager,
discuss
and that led to some heat.
ending. You know, what final season of Voltron?
Oh, there was no ending of final season of Voltron.
They got to Earth and that was it. They didn't even fight. It was just
No
the
live
end.
actions possible. There's no Promised Neverland season 2.
And there's no final season of Voltron.
And
I'm
there's
glad we
no
can all
live
agree.
action avatars. They just don't exist.
Mhm. Those are time, alternate universes.
Exactly. Boy, wouldn't it suck to live in that
Pastry,
time,
I wasn't around in the fandom when Avatar was actually like coming out. I didn't watch Avatar: The Last Airbender until college or high school.
Yeah.
So like I really had no clue about the fandom culture for it.
I did watch Avatar young because I actually had a friend. He lived on the same block as me. And one day we were just binging Nickelodeon for whatever reason, and Avatar just happened to be on. And it was all of season 2. So literally my first exposure to Avatar was the episode Crossroads of Destiny. Yes, that did alter my brain chemistry for a very long
Exactly,
time.
nightmare reason. There's no Dragon Ball Evolution. See, all this stuff.
Yeah, there you go.
All these are just
But-
different universes passing in the night.
Like, following that, we did try to watch the episodes as they were coming out. Like, if there was a marathon, we did try to keep up with it. But we were too young to be in fandom. Like, because there's a time when you're a kid when you're just enjoying a show and
I will
talking
also
about
say
it with your friend. It's not even a fan.
My experience with fandom, I feel like, is very skirty in the sense of like, even with the, say, like the Voltron, I would say Voltron is by far a fandom I was very a part of. Right, like compared, I consumed a lot of that in fan fiction and fan art and all this other stuff. Like I had, real life people, we did binges, I watched theories, I drew fan art, right? I was definitely in Voltron. But even when they talk about all this drama, that was never something I was like there for, in the sense of I only saw it in like watching other people comment about all the drama that was happening, right? Like, and I think it's a combination of I don't fucking use Twitter. I never used Twitter. I never understood the format of Twitter as like a thing that people liked. I guess I use social media 99% to view art, right? Yeah. And so when 90% of Twitter is verbal stuff,
for fan
is like words, it's like I go to fan fiction for that. Why am I reading random words on Twitter? So I was never part of that. There you go. I struck another one. But it's so like I've never been, I guess, quote unquote, affected by a toxic fandom, if that makes sense. I've always seen it as like, at most, an artist, a fan artist of something that I like, having to make some sort of post about people being terrible, if that makes sense, right? Like I've never been a big enough content creator to have people doing that to me. I honestly don't read a lot of comments. Only kind of recently did I read a lot of them. Yeah, exactly like that, Allie. Exactly like all of these things about the art fight, issues that were happening, and me being like, there were art fight issues,
Yeah. Sometimes we're in a bubble.
Reading. Yeah. No hiccups at all, Allie. Literally had no idea that this whole thing was happening. I had an art fight exactly like I had the year before, a good time. A better art fight, technically, because I did way more, and it's just like, okay, why, I guess what gets me is it kind of baffles me how people end up in these situations. Because I think obviously part of it is, of course, if you're a big enough content creator, you're going to get some sort of backlash.
In tight clothing.
In tight clothing?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just having a moment.
Well, I will admit, I do look at this model and go, there are some issues with it, but they're not big enough to, like, make it worth to redo at this point. And
he's definitely got a strong chest, I will say that.
Yeah, but it's more honestly with just like arm proportions make him look a little odd. But yeah, the coat does a lot for him, 100%.
It really does.
Yeah, the coat does a lot to change his
shit.
shape. But
sorry to interrupt. I just
no, it's okay.
He baffled me.
The coat does a lot. And it makes him straight down the sides, so it's wild. Yeah, I guess that's it, Canadian Lucifer. I guess that's it. I was talking with Dylan today.
You just kind of view the drama without putting yourself in it. Like, oh, when Eren Mikasa was becoming a thing and that was blowing up, I was like,
well, I hope it's good.
I will dislike it from afar. I'm not gonna really type out my thoughts because I don't want to. But I will watch the fire from afar.
Oh, yes. Question.
Oh, there's a thing in museum.
What do I think about passive smashing for non-Ace Attorney games? So yes, I will say, I've asked Dylan a couple times, and he is also willing to do Smasher Pass with characters he's never even played with. So,
that bodes very well for Date Everything, I gotta say.
That could be one, definitely. more what I'm thinking about, I'm thinking that once Mermaid's Mask comes out, the goal will be to play that with Dylan, in my opinion. I think, one, I need his voice acting, and two, just reining him into the system will be nice. And
it'll be our final form.
After Mermaid's Mask, I feel like there's enough characters in the Detective Grimoire sort of trilogy at that point.
In the saga, if you will.
To warrant a full Smasher Pass live. Like, I do want to do that. Similarly with the Studio Investigrave games, once we do the other 3 that are currently listed, definitely at least Dead Plate and Rotten Paradise. I know Jackpot Crash Course is only getting its, like, first part, so I honestly might hold off on that one until, like, the whole game is out, personally. But I would totally do all of the Studio Investigrave characters. Frog Detective, yes, definitely, 100%. So Mars, if you're willing to smash your past characters that you don't know,
hell yeah,
you could join in for that one too. And
I'll never say no to that.
Lastly, I do hope to do when the, I don't know if you're calling it a remake, Willow, or like the full version of Star Apprentice comes out. I think that'll have enough characters to totally do a Smasher Pass as well. So yes, it is definitely not solely an Ace Attorney game thing. I think the main holdoff is just the fact that nothing else has had that, like, a lot of characters. You know, there's very few, like, main characters that would go on it. And so to me, doing a Smasher Pass for just, like, 10 minutes is not really a thing I want to do. I will say, I don't think there will ever be a Wandersong Smasher Pass. I do think it's gonna be, one, I don't know how I'd go about that, and two, I feel like that's very much like you were either here for Wandersong or you weren't, you know?
Yeah. That might be too much of a blast
Wandersong is getting
from the
big
past.
britches. Consider a upgrade to a full game.
Ooh,
all right.
Okay.
So when the upgrade to Star Apprentice,
when the upgrade releases,
yes, and we get to do all of that, which again will involve Dylan, because there is a third character that I saw in the little teaser, Willow, that would be a good Dylan. Sadly, not necessarily sadly, Dylan and Mars will have the 25. That's a perfect amount. Lovely, Willow. That's a perfect
works
amount.
out
That's a good amount.
Beautifully.
That's a good amount.
I feel like that's close to an amount we
like
usually get.
Yeah, roughly. I think we're in like 30. I think 32 was the most. But I'm like adding like on guard, off guard. You know, right? Like I add shit in there. So, that could be a thing too, Ellie. I will say the vibe of the character does matter, like, does change the answer a bit. Well, I know, of course, Dylan and Mars will have certain cases where they don't know the character, you know, from playing the game. I do think, like, it plays into it. So I don't know if the vibe would necessarily be doing it for just random stuff. Because I feel like there has to be a level of, like, I know the age. And, like, they're, you know, this is like a level of, prep
that
to
is
do.
Definitely necessary information.
It's gonna be so fun, Allie. I'm very excited for, the upgraded version to Star Apprentice. I had a lot of fun with Star Apprentice, Magical Murder Mystery. I think that any, like, oh, I wish it had this, are definitely going to be solved in just having more episodes. And I'm, you know, I'm glad we'll get to explore certain characters more. Very, very excited. Maybe, Allie. I'm not 100% against it, but I do think we try to tie stuff in certain ways. So I don't know. Uncertain. I also, like, it would have to definitely be, like, media, like, mainstream, quote-unquote, media characters. I wouldn't want to, like, smash or pass y'all's OCs That's not the vibe we're going for here. We can love all the Blorbos.
We do want to be tangentially related to a game we play. It just ties it in a bit more.
Date everything Smasher Pass with Dylan after he doesn't play it would be pretty funny.
Gonna be wild.
Would be pretty funny.
I can't wait for him to be like, why does this guy have a sock on his head? Or something.
Yeah.
He's just gonna be baffled by all these designs, and I'm so ready for it.
It'll just be, I'm like, I don't know what kind of playthrough we'll do for it. I know Mars and I will do it. Honestly, it'll probably happen sooner rather than later. Because it'll be an option. I mean, there definitely will be more Ori screaming. I will say, there is one plot line that if it's kept, I'm not going to spoil it, but there's one plot line that if it's kept, will not have the same reaction it had on stream. I will see if I can salvage that reaction. If that reaction is salvageable, but I don't know.
It'll be interesting if I remember my own reaction and how to react.
But everything else is going to be a lot of Ori screaming because it is still a bullet hell. And Ori is still bad at game. And that shan't change. I will say, however, with Dylan being here, I mean, I can't imagine, Willow, you not putting in the baby... the baby sort of mode where we can still play the game even if Ori's bad at game. But there could be a world where we allow Dylan to make an attempt because we do live together and he could thus come over here on my computer. But that would be up to him. Yep, the homing cats, that's a big one. Yeah, Allie, it had the most scuff of, I think, any stream we've ever had. Okay, I trust you. I mean,
yeah.
Well, I trust you. 100%.
I don't doubt it, Willow. I'm very excited to seeing the upgraded game.
Oh, I'm so excited. The teaser, every time I see it, I'm just like, oh, epic.
That teaser's got me hyped.
Very exciting.
I'm very, very...
I'm very happy to have more Lasnum. I also love the designs. It was so fun to get to have Minnie and Lasnum's designs for us because honestly, their outfits are fire. And it's great. Love it.
I really liked my outfit.
It's great. Now you'll have the same outfit again.
I get
to
wear
you'll be the same character. Yeah.
Yay!
Oh, yeah. No, I specifically did this. I was very happy to know that their character designs didn't change very much. Similarly to how, like, even though we played the old version of the Tangled, of the, you know, of Detective Grimoire, I kept the Tangled Tower versions. I remade them with the Tangled Tower versions because those were going to be the Mermaid Mask versions, and I didn't want to have to redraw it again. Yeah.
Well, Willow, I will say Ori will greatly appreciate that.
Yeah, 100%.
Because she's the one who's going to be playing.
Yeah. I'm always the one playing.
That's not to say I might not download it on my own time and play. In fact, there's a very high chance that I will play it on my own time.
But also, once Dylan is out of stupid scheduling hell, which happens at the end of this year, I will feel more willing to have the three of us play non-Ace Attorney games because it won't feel like I'm wasting Ace Attorney time, right? Does that make sense?
That's the big thing right now is we don't want to feel like
it's like,
this is
you
time
only
that
get
could
Ace
be used
Attorney
for playing Ace Attorney
for 3 weeks every 3 weeks. I don't want to starve y'all. and I mean, I want to play too. Like, don't.
Really starving ourselves.
That too,
to be
yeah.
honest.
I like doing it in between. You know, like we did Elevator Hitch in between games 1 and 2 of Ace Attorney. That was nice. I want to do Dead Plate. Again, Mermaid's Mask, big one. Just like in the Bureau of Balance.
The Bureau of
That's
Balance.
all I think about. When it goes redacted like that, all I think about is the Bureau of Balance. And the Void Fish.
The Void Fish. I am so ready for the next book to come out.
Yeah,
for
I know.
TAZ. I need
Also,
it,
Allie,
please.
the addition of Bingus made it very, very difficult for my art fight decisions. So I blame you.
Oh dear.
Well,
Oh no.
I know which Blorbo I really want to draw. Right. I've wanted to draw this particular Blorbo for a very long time. But Bingus and Joro are very tempting. So tempting.
Oh boy.
I was literally like updating my bookmarks. I was picking which ones are going to be good for both that I want to draw fun-wise and how they can fit into art night quest completions. Yeah, why not, Allie?
Yeah, go for it, Allie.
I will say, I know
Allie,
you already
I don't
have
think there's such a thing as too many Blorbo.
Yes, Allie, if I could show you someone's art fight that has a billion fucking I saw an art fight profile once that had so many Blorbos that they maxed them out. And they literally had to put like one specific like profile that was like all of the other ones that I can't upload because there's so many. Versus me, I'm like, no. I'm keeping it just to freaking outcast characters because those are the ones I want drawn. Actually, so this is a cool thing, and I'll mention it on Thursday's stream as well. But I want to show it off now real quick because I think it's cool. Ooh. Tribute outfits for Katniss and Peeta in the first one. They were fire. Ducktective, I'm very excited for. Ducktective is another one. There's two of them
is
now.
going to be amazing.
Honestly, that would probably be a good one. Finishing investigations, I think we have to play Ducktective and the Secret Salami. I think it's short enough where we may be able to do it in one stream. I know the Ghost of Glamping is super short, so we could maybe do both, but I don't know. Yeah, maxed them out, Allie. It was crazy to see. But,
so how many profiles do you need to max it out?
A lot. Full screen with half Dylan. Okay, so this is my art fight profile right now, guys. And it has all the guys. But I added this one. This special one called Island Fauna. And the reason I have added this one is because Rage Paint Games, a lovely friend of the channel, who will be on our Thursday stream, Drew, our lovely Everett. Look at him. So she did something very specific. She mentioned why her characters are the characters they are. And the reason is there's something for nearly everybody. On Art Fight, a lot of people like to only draw certain types of characters. Maybe they only draw humans, so we have Cadence. Maybe they only like to draw furries, so we have the furry characters of Prince and Varg, right? Okay, but maybe they only like to draw little cute, simple kind of, animal characters. So that's why we have Shinko. But then we have Monster Shinko for people who like to draw monstrous forms. Ooh.
Now that's the good stuff.
And so the goal was that anybody can attack Rage because they all have something for all of them, right? Yes, Allie, me too. Thank you. I'm glad. I love his unhinged expressions. They're great. Because that's what he looks like 90% of the time. But so I knew that last time somebody specifically didn't attack me because they only draw animal characters, like fully feral animal characters, and not humans, even though like all of my characters are humanoids. Because because I like humanoids, and that's what I want. And I don't really have, like, true only animal characters. And on top of that, look how aesthetic this is. I'm really sorry. This looks fucking good as shit. Okay?
It
the
does.
solids. Amazing. Oh yeah, it's great, Allie. Rage Paint Games is going to be on our guest on stream on Thursday because Mars is going to be out of commission eating applesauce.
Applesauce and pudding, I've been told.
And ice cream, maybe? No straws.
Actually, it was really funny. My mom was like, "Oh, don't worry, I'm gonna make you pudding."
Yeah,
and I'm
amazing.
like, but I'm lactose intolerant. She's like, I'm gonna make you pudding. I'm gonna use your milk. And I'm like, oh, I thought you were gonna buy pudding cups. And she's like, no, I'm gonna make you pudding because you're gonna be miserable. And I'm like, okay, thanks. I get.
Ooh, that looks really cool, pastry puff. Remind
like,
you why you
thanks,
don't do
Mom,
lighting.
for telling me I'm gonna be miserable.
Yeah, right.
Oh well, at least I get pudding out of it.
Yeah, well, so I did this one to have animals. So I do have, like, if people wanted to draw Milano as a black caiman, they can go ahead. But I don't have, like, designs for that, and I don't really feel like doing designs for that, if I'm being completely honest.
I mean,
I'm lazy.
A long time ago, you did try caiman face, and it did.
There are
didn't really
multiple
work.
full furry head versions of the characters I have tried. They also have little Animal Crossing versions, which I do want to revisit at some point
The
because
Animal
they are
Crossing
cute.
versions were hella cute.
But I wanted to allow people who they only wanted to draw animal characters an opportunity. I went, Outcast has multiple animal characters. So we have Hotson's little journal of island fauna. We have the lemurana. And this is a sketch I just whipped up. So a little more character-y than animal-y. But I wanted to add color. And of course we have the Aparachnid. And the Sparrat and the Shock. So then, if people don't want to draw humanoid characters, there's something they can attack me with.
I love this updated Lemurana so much.
Oh, yeah? I don't think this is going to be the main one, if I'm being honest. I like that this feels different than a character. I feel like...
Oh, no, same.
But he's fun. He was fun. He's good for art fight.
I love the action pose of him crouching down like that and getting ready to hop. Like,
no, Allie. The action. No, Allie, draw the boys. I want the boys drawn. The boys, please. If please draw my boys. The boys are what I want.
He wants to draw all the boys. You've got confirmation.
Yeah, no, only draw the boys, Allie. I mainly want the boys. Please. I literally had to stop myself from being like, but draw the boys, please. Like literally only draw the animals if that's the only thing. Like, you don't draw people. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't have the animals are like, literally
please and thank you
solely there for the people that are like, I don't draw people. Okay. I'd love
literally there
Allie,
as a bookmark.
Allie. This is a secret between you and me, Allie, okay? But if you want to do a chain, I probably will give in. I'll probably give in because I like your characters a lot. I'll probably give in to the chain, Allie. Do you ever see butterscotch in a non-pudding context?
Decided?
Yeah, that struck. What do you mean? Do I ever see butterscotch in a non-pudding? I barely see butterscotch in a pudding context. What?
I've seen butterscotch several times in a non-pudding context.
1, hard candy. The great Werther's, fantastic.
Oh yes.
2, ice cream.
Ice cream, butterscotch ice cream is so damn good.
Ice cream,
delish.
Amazing. How do I plan to relax? Estrock, I plan to relax by not existing for a week next week.
I think that was directed at me.
Oh. How Mars plans to relax? Anime, probably. Dr. Stone.
Probably anime.
She's gotta catch up.
I'll definitely be catching up on Dr. Stone for sure. I want to get further in Nino Kuni. Absolutely. Butterscotch Ripple. Yes. Oh, that's the good stuff.
Yes. Oh, so good.
I actually, I get to watch Promare a second time because Saturday night I was watching it with my mom and she fell asleep on it. Not her fault. It was 10:30. We'd already watched 2 movies previously. Before then, the 2 movies we had watched were Ruby Gillman, Teenage Kraken, which was all right. That was a cute movie. I didn't hate it. And then I forget the second movie we watched. And then I got my mom to somehow watch the first half of Promare. She fell asleep and she was like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to fall asleep." And I'm like, I mean, that's okay. I finished it and now it means I get to watch it a second time because I'm going to show you again.
I don't know some of these characters, Mason.
So that's my plan.
I don't know one of those characters in the not racist category.
Oh, Allie, Estruck is over in
the side stream Discord.
Streams.
Yeah, Estruck doesn't have a YouTube account that they want to use to chat, which is Vibes.
We got banned for showing cake, Allie.
So I didn't want Estruck to feel left out.
We zoomed in on the cake. Oops.
Yeah, so Estruck's in the side stream Discord. That's where Estruck is. But yes, Lucy.
That's how we're able to talk
I think
to
you know
them.
which character of yours I'm gonna draw, and that I have bookmarked. But I will admit, your VTuber is really cute as well, and it did give me pause.
Literally
for a
earlier
moment.
tonight, Allie.
Oh,
because
so Allie,
Ori
you
was
missed it.
way too zoomed in
Allie,
on
basically,
Hoten's butt.
Basically, I was trying to do the lines for Hoten's stuff, and I accidentally zoomed in to do his shirt and lingered on his bare butt for too long, and Twitch, no, I think it was before you even joined stream, Allie. And Twitch
it was
suspended
way
us for
before
one
you joined
day.
Stream.
Yeah, Twitch suspended us
Does it
for
happen
one day.
like at 8:30, I think?
Yeah, 8:30, which isn't a big deal. It no, I know those. It's the one dude with the yellow mask. I don't know him, Estruck. But I'm blanking on what I was saying. But yeah, so Twitch is kind of sensitive about if you zoom. Just for today,
we do
Oscar,
live in YouTube just for Tuesday.
Today. Just for today. It's my fault. I mean, this is one of those
Canadian
things where,
Lucifer, boy BOI is gender neutral.
Yes, boy BOI is gender neutral. I use it that way. Even Andy's my boy. I literally had a joke argument with Dylan. I said, what did I say? I said, yeah, I'm your boy with an I. And I literally said, with an I. And he's like, stop calling yourself a boy or stop doing it.
You gotta enunciate that. I'm your boy.
Dylan, but if I'm not your boy, then how can you crack open a cold one with me? And he's like, no, I can still crack open a cold one with you. It's just not cracking a cold open with the boys. And I'm like, no, Dylan, it doesn't work. There's only one other boy here, and it has to be boys plural. Otherwise, the can fights back. I didn't tell this story. Oh shit, I have one other thing I have to say besides this. Basically, I went to open, what was I trying to open? I think I was trying to open a can of coconut water. And I popped the tab, right? The normal way you fucking open a thing.
Okay.
And it didn't work. The tab bent.
What?
But the thing didn't open.
What the hell?
The thing was manufactured wrong in some way. So when I didn't pop the... Thankfully, Allie, it's just for 24 hours. It's not that big of a deal. It's definitely... It's something that, Twitch... I knew about, if that makes sense. I just didn't think about it. It's not honestly, way worse things could happen. We're pretty chill on it. But, what was I saying? Yeah, so I pop it open, and Dylan's like, Ori, the reason that it didn't work is because you didn't pop open with the boys. You were alone. You tried to do it alone. You weren't cracking the cold one with the boys. And so,
is that
but
the secret?
But by this definition, then if Dylan is only around Doug and I'm not a boy, then it should never work for Dylan either. So obviously, I'm a boy.
This is true.
Obvi.
There
Yeah,
you go.
I can see it, Mason. I can see
That is
it.
science.
But, I mean,
scientific
I will say, Canadian Lucifer, you are definitely correct on who I am going to draw. And I'm also very excited. but like your VTuber avatar is also really cute. And I'm definitely tempted as well. But my heart belongs to another. Yeah, exactly, Esdrak. Twitch when IRL hot tub streams. Happy. Twitch when artist draws a butt. Angry. Yeah, it's a double standard, 100%. But I will say, unlike other platforms, it is a known double standard, right? Like, it's a very specific, like, this is a specific rule.
We were aware of it.
Yeah. I just wasn't cautious.
We just didn't realize that a zoomed in butt would be our down.
It was one of those. It was just for too long. You know what I'm saying? It's just a combination of I was the area I was drawing in just zoomed in for too long.
We just held too long, and Twitch didn't like it.
You're one of the boys for the campaign you're in. Is all male? Yeah, vibes.
That is a vibe. We usually have a pretty good mix of genders when we play our
I know,
tables.
Oscar. We have to be careful on our birthdays when we stream more cake.
Yeah. We can't risk it.
We can't risk it. For the biscuit.
No. It's just not worth it. If we get kicked out of the kitchen, what's the point?
Yeah, and you're looking for the comments on the bottom right? Yeah. Nope. But we're glad you're here, Oscar.
That we are.
Ah, lovely. I don't know. I was gonna say something. Oh,
I
the
think
other
Twitch
thing.
got jealous of his cake and needed to shut it down.
Yeah, exactly. They were like, "Oh, it's too good." No. Okay.
It's too
The
good.
other thing I had to say from today. So yesterday was very Monday. Today was very Tuesday. And to prove how Tuesday today was, I came home.
What a statement.
I came home. And I go to untie my shoes. And I'm untying my shoe. My left shoe. And I'm like, oh, I thought I chose the other shoes today. I go to untie my right shoe. All day at work.
Did you wear two wrong
different
shoes?
Shoes all day. Two
You
very different shoes all day. I never noticed.
my
I
God.
tied them. Never noticed.
Holy
No
shit.
one even said anything. No one even said, like, did you put, like,
What
nothing.
kind of shoes were they?
One is a green ankle boot with, like, a canvas finish, and the other
Okay.
is a thick brown, like, more shoe-looking shoe. That's, like,
How
not
the
a
fuck
not a
did you
boot.
not notice?
I didn't look. I didn't look. Nobody looked at
Do
me.
you look when you tie your laces?
Yeah. I thought I did. I could have sworn I put on the brown ones.
Apparently you really didn't.
Today, it wasn't
Oh my
day.
God.
I don't fucking know. I don't know, guys. They're both steel toe, so they didn't feel any different. But, yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah, that's a New York outfit. That's definitely a New York outfit,
Jesus.
Oscar.
I
Oh my God.
I don't think
Ori,
I've literally
you're going
ever
to
done
bed
that.
early tonight.
I don't think I've literally ever done that.
You would have told me the story if you had done that before.
I can't remember
and since this is
ever
my
doing
first
it.
time hearing
You
of
know
one.
what?
This is definitely the first time.
I just feel like I'm embodying the true Wirt in me.
You are.
And I'm okay with that. We love Wirt here.
This is also the pre-art fight crunch.
Wirt's a good boy.
It leaves
I got other
one
shit on the
very
brain.
tired and scrambled.
I got other shit on the brain.
like a little egg. Am I wrong?
No. But yeah, like
Yeah, there you go.
literally nobody noticed. Nobody said anything to me. And
Very
they definitely
impressive.
would have said something. You know what I'm saying? It's not like they were sparing my feelings or like they would have said something if they noticed. But no one's looking. I mean, I don't know. How many times are you actually looking at people's shoes? I'm just saying. When you're working construction, But
Not super often.
I knew that when I did that, I had to say something on stream. It was a fashion statement, Willow.
You had no choice.
Speaking of other things, okay, we're going down a whole rabbit hole because they're all related, I guess, somehow. So apparently I'm going to design my own wedding dress, which is definitely an endeavor. I'm not sure how I feel about doing that yet. It's interesting. I have drawn one that I liked at the moment, and now coming that the second day, not so much. But there's also part of me that it's like, I just can't draw it right, So like, I don't know. Yes, I did enthuse. These are paper dolls. These are paper dolls, so I specifically do draw, just like with the jacket. Just like with the jacket and everything, I specifically drew every single layer so that you can see all the pieces. And that, so if I wanted to say, give him a different shirt, I could. Or if I wanted to see him without the jacket, I could. It's not, so like...
There you go.
The type of wedding dress I want is not like a regular wedding dress. If I'm being honest, it would be easier to find like a normal dress than a wedding dress.
When have you ever done that?
I don't want to train at all.
Going the easy way.
It's going to be like T-length instead. So it's definitely not going to be like as over the top as a lot of wedding dresses. The biggest reason that I have to like kind of do it myself is mainly because I want something very specific, and the thing I want very specific is specifically with colorful flowers on it.
I remember you mentioning
That's my big thing. Yeah.
And I'm
don't-
curious, Ori, is the person you went to a
Thank
bit
you,
ago
Struck.
still helping you with that?
No, so unfortunately that person we went to Mars, they went to that like event or whatever, and they were like, nah, there was nothing. They didn't have anything.
Rats.
Yeah. It looks like
Really?
what we're
Nothing?
probably gonna do is we're probably going to I'm gonna design this, right, and then we're gonna look for the dress as the base and then take it to be altered. Seems like the way to go,
Okay.
to add the flowers onto it. I do know about flower symbolism, Estrok. It's less about the types of flowers specifically. It's more that I don't want it to be just white. Like, I don't know. That's never been something I really wanted. And on top of that, I just like the fairy iconography, I guess. Very like...
And it also matches the location Ori chose, so it's going to be absolutely
literally.
stunning.
Yeah, it definitely leans like fairy vibes. Not fairy tale vibes, but like fae in the woods vibes, I guess. And
Fairy queen in the woods.
yeah, and
I
what's
think
really
that's what
funny
we're
is
going for.
that while that does sort of have symbolism in the sense of my high school senior recital was called There Are Fairies in the Garden, and it's all about there are fairies at the bottom of your garden, and it talks about all these fairies, and then the reveal is that I am the fairy queen. That's literally the song. The song is like, and the queen, now can you guess who that could be? It's me. It's me. So I'm the queen of the fairies. And it talks about like, oh, the king is very proud and very handsome.
For a wedding.
So honestly, it vibes really well. Thank you,
I'm curious,
I
is that
also love
going to
Hudson's
play
Pants.
at your wedding?
I don't think so. No. Actually, the song that Dylan and I have decided on for the main song part is an epic song.
No, forget, wait. Is it I Will Fall in Love with You over and over again?
Yeah, it's the parts, it's instrumental only, but it is the part starting with Penelope's part for that. Because it fits really nice. Good night,
that's
Mason.
Too good. Night, Mason.
Ball gowns are very nice, Mason. I got to wear a ball gown for a school musical where I was the Queen of England in Annie Get Your Gun. Hudson canonically does not wear underwear. I'm more just lazy in enthused. I will say there's actually two reasons for that.
How often did people wear underwear back in the day?
Oh, they had undergarments. They did, but the actual reason. Thank you, Allie. It will be nice. You know, it will be a nice time. It'll definitely be a good time. And it's brunch. Honestly, I'm very excited. The food should be delicious. And that's honestly what I'm most excited about. But the actual biggest reason enthused that I don't draw the underwear on is honestly just the fact that with so many layers, it would change the silhouette of the thing. So you can see here, like, the lines are always outside of his body lines, right? So then if I keep adding more on, right now this pants has to be outside of his shirt lines, right? And then his jacket has to be outside of the pants lines. So if I put underwear on, that would like bulk it out even further, and I didn't want to have to deal with that. That's actually the main reason.
Now you know.
Now you know, indeed.
There is no Canadian Lucifer mood. Like maybe just rent the dress, take some pictures, and then
honestly,
say, okay, thank you.
honestly, fucking do that, man. I will say, so as like a human, it's very wild to be like, oh, you know, like I definitely wanted to, you know, marry Dylan, and like I want to marry Dylan,
Allie,
and I want to have a wedding.
Why we got banned? He's so.
And
caked.
there's definitely, yeah, exactly. Allie. He's the second most caked on the crew. Yeah, do it, Canadian Lucifer. There's literally no reason not to do that.
Literally.
Yeah, solved fast.
If you can do it, why not?
But the big thing was it was like, oh, like there's definitely like a fantasy for like what the wedding could be, but there's also then there's like, I don't want to plan it. If I'm being completely honest, I have zero desire to have to plan this party. And so it is very minimal compared to a lot of classic like weddings, and definitely like, no, mom, you do 90%, please. I don't want to deal. I don't want to have to. It's just like, it's another thing I would have to do.
It's just a lot of organizing.
Yeah, it's literally a lot of organizing. And I don't want to have to deal with that. You know? I don't want to have to deal with that. Neither of us really want to be like such a center of attention, I guess, in a way. You know, it's like, I want to take pretty pictures. I want to have yummy food. Literally my goals.
Ooh, a cake tier list of the Outcast boys. Well, it definitely starts with Ferrix.
Okay, okay, hold on. We're gonna do this.
Or Synod is
we're gonna do this, and we do have to turn off the visual for a second because I will censor it because Will I censor? Yeah, I will.
We don't want to
censor.
get caught again.
Less because of that, because it is technically a Ko-fi exclusive, but the order that they are in for the thing is correct, so I want to show it because I also think it's cute. Where is it? Doodles. This one. This one. Okay. Why are none of
Come
you
on,
here?
down to the bakery, folks. We got your cake right here. We got your cake. We got your buns.
Is it in holiday? Okay, where is it? I need to find it.
Okay, that's just hilarious.
Pales that's a yeah.
I didn't
No,
know
I'm
they were
gonna have
holiday
it
buns.
in the order. Yeah, the Ko-fi has one thing, but this is the order. Yes, the Ko-fi has a buns order, but I want the order. So we'll add the little black bar. Beauteous. All right. Success.
All right.
Here is the order. From most flat to least flat. Oh, technically Milano and Hotzen are switched. I'm sorry. This is not the right order. Hotzen and Milano switched.
Oh, no.
It goes fair. They're
no
both
longer canon.
No, they're both demons. That was why. It goes Ferrix, Hotzen, Milano, Sinnet, Aster. That's how it goes.
So
Ferrix-
Aster is the least caked
yeah,
boy.
Aster is the flattest, and Ferrix is the most caked. Ferrix, Hotzen, Milano, Sinnet, Aster. I don't know where Everett is. I think I'd have to put Everett in the Milano is more than Everett, but Everett's more than Sinnet. I think that's how I'd have to put it. That feels right.
He's like right in that comfy middle spot.
Because specifically, and this is very intentional, I made Milano has more of like hips than
The more
Everett
angelic
does.
you are, the less buns.
Yeah.
I mean, in Enthuse, the buns just weigh you down when you try to fly.
It more just worked out thematically in the way. That's why villains are so hot. See, Allie's got it. Allie's got it down.
This is true.
Okay, apparently I can't manage to draw all the lines, and I keep not doing that.
Oh dear. Oh, excuse me.
Oh dear, indeed.
I'm gonna get ice cream after.
Oh, yummy. Cake is devil's food. Cake is drug. Yes. Amazing. I love red velvet, so you know it's also villainous in vibes, I'd say. It's so sad you can't make true red velvet anymore.
Oh, if only.
Alrighty. Let's add your vest, Mr. Hotzen, and then I'll have to fix your bag to work with this outfit, and then we'll be good.
Oh, how do we explain angel food, Kate?
Okay, let me actually have words.
But
Sinnet and Aster don't not have butts. They're just not as, you know, they're just flatter. Get your pancakes out, you know, like it's still a cake. Just a pancake. Get your pancakes
just a
out.
Little pancake.
If anybody gets that reference, then it'd be really funny. I don't think it's impossible, but it is a specific reference. Why not? It has to do with how alkalized cocoa works. So the reason that red velvet cake is red originally is because I think the alkalized cocoa had a reaction during the baking process that caused it to turn red. But you can't get alkalized cocoa, so you don't get the reaction anymore. Or is it non-alkalized cocoa? It's one of those things. It's one of the way it's like processed that you can't have anymore. The devil's sold out and Angel's still on the shelf. Yeah. Sinnet, see, yeah, if the devil isn't hot, he's not as tempting, you know? The angels have the, the goodness going on for them. The devils, they gotta sway you to their side. Gotta tempt you.
What better way to do that than with cake?
But yes, all of the cakes, if you want to see, there's more, there's a lot, there's not a lot, but there's
so
way more
many cakes,
cake
you guys.
on the Ko-fi, guys.
Cake in a lot of different context.
Yeah, if you want the cake, it's mostly Hotsun, I'm not gonna lie. I have a ship preference. Into Milano, it's you. It's 100% Milano. I do not I do not hide this fact.
Little pat on the head for Hotsun. You're a close second.
Well, okay, yes. Hotsun is a close second. But on top of that, my favorite ship is Hotslano, so Malotsun. So it does make it...
Definitely Malotsun. That flows a lot better.
Yes, Malotsun. My brain just died. Malotsun is my favorite ship, so I draw them the most. But there's Synod on there. On Wednesdays, we have cake. Yeah, there's a bunch of cool stuff on the Ko-fi. I'm not updating very often, sadly, but yeah, what is it?
But there is lots of backlog.
There is lots of backlog. So, if you just want to do the membership one time and get to see it all, that'd be cool. You get a whole month of looking at the stuff. Okay, am I logged in or not logged in? Okay, I don't think I'm logged in. So you can see it. Let's promote the Ko-fi, guys. The Outcast Ko-fi.
Yeah, we haven't done that in a long...
If you want to unlock...
What do we call the average ship? You mean Avrin and Hotsun? Toxic. We call it toxic.
Toxic. I will say, I'm having a problem.
I guess that would be Hovrit.
Yeah, Hovrit.
I hate how it sounds, but that's the only way I can combine their names.
Absin.
Absin. I can't say that without tripping.
Absin. There you go.
It's okay. I don't ship it, so it doesn't need a name.
It doesn't. Yes, we don't ship it. It's toxic. The thing that I'm slowly having an issue with, it should work in Enthuse, but YouTube's kind of weird.
There it goes.
Did it work?
No, it doesn't look it.
Yeah. Here's the link.
So sad. We tried.
Boop, there you go. Join the Ko-fi. Look at all the stuff you can have. These are free.
Yeah.
So you can get the colored versions of the Dragon AU. Ooh, look, there's also with Milano. There's also a spicy one with Milano and Hotsun. I think, is there one? There's just one. Yeah. Dragon AU? No, there's two Dragon AU spicy ones.
Any
one is with Milano.
Pairs,
the other is with Hotsun. Okay, yes, the rare pair that I have, and this is a me issue that I have now that I don't like, that I like a little bit, is Ferrix and Everett.
I can see it.
I don't like that. I kind of like it.
But I can see it.
I don't know what I was listening to today. I was listening to something today, and I'm like, this is Ferrix and Everett as a ship. And I'm like, fuck!
Okay, if you find the song again, send por favor.
Oh. No. It was a reimagining of Mr. Big Shot by Ann Arbor. Usually I see it as like Milano and Everett, but then I like imagine like, but this sounds more like taunts that Ferrix would do, and I'm like, fuck. This is them. There is.
Well,
I do have.
You did do that art of Ferrix and Everett
up,
in the
which
Greatest
isn't
Showman
up because
AU.
it is still a sketch that I do want to finish. But so that is stuff that will be up eventually. Yeah, look at all these lovely names. You can get Band AU comic, pages. There's 4 of them out, I think, for the Band AU.
You can also see the script for each episode that is currently out.
You can see them. Every pairing of Hotsun with the crew, right? So think Hotsun Milano, Hotsun Ferrix, Hotsun Senate has a Kabedon. Very fun. There's also a Ferrex Milano Cabodan. Look, it's Ferrex's bomb. These are free. That's why you can see them right now. So lovely. So yeah, for just honest guys right now, like while being a membership is really appreciated, you could literally join and immediately cancel and get access to all of the stuff of that tier right now because I don't post very often. But yeah, you could get a bunch of doodles at just the moon, or if you want to get those comic pages and scripts, or if you want to get just for one price of $6 once, make sure to cancel if you only want to do it once. You get access to all of this. If you like vibes so this is a public piece. This is less spicy than the spicy ones, but honestly on the same vibes, along the same lines, you could get that. Oh, there's a spicy mermaid AU one sketch in there somewhere.
Definitely exists.
Dragon AU. There's leprechauns. I don't know why. That one's a big one. These are old Band AU stuff that you can see for free. Yes. Band AU concept art stuff.
Pass.
Hoten's father's first pass. Look at all this stuff you could get. For at maximum $6. For a minimum $2, you get a bunch of this. Because most of it is not the NSW. Ooh, look, there's a Sinnet one. I think Hotzen is the most, 100%. Let's see. Hotzen, or count. Hotzen 1. Hotzen and Milano 2. Hotzen 3. Hotzen 4.
Yep. Old Hotzen
5. Hotzen 6. Hotzen... No, that's part 2. Hotzen 7. I think that one's Hotzen. No, that's Milano. Just Milano. Don't remember what that one is. It's mostly Hotzen. AAAU suits spicy.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Oh my lord. Oh no, my chat died. Not actual chat, just my chat.
It's good times.
Why have you done this?
Oh no, what happened?
No, just restreamed it as pooped on itself in my thing.
Oh no. Oh, excuse me.
A very toxic one-night fling. Yeah, no, that's the vibe I have
that's
with
Ferrex and Avrit.
Yeah, but also like Hotzen and Avrit, like they had to have the toxic relationship going on. I'm like only half remembering some of these. I know there's a Ferrex
I don't know, Allie.
Ori legs in here.
That Milano is her favorite, but there really is more Hotzen.
Okay. I'm gonna tell you.
Oh, Enthuse is blowing the ore horn.
Oh, it's time.
Oh,
that's what I think it is. No, Milano is my favorite boy, but Hotzen is just ripe for the spicy, I guess. I don't know. I know why. Where is the thing? Why is this the wrong one? There we go. All right, we almost got through with the Band AU outfit.
We actually made some really good progress.
I'm pretty happy. He will probably be done. Honestly, that'll probably be it though, because Thursday will be with Rage. We'll be working on the art night stuff. Ooh.
Yes, you guys will.
We'll be working on. I know, Allie. I know. It's so sad. I also hate that stream has to end sometimes. I'm like, oh. We're talking
We're
so
having
good.
such a good time.
We are. But maybe one day we'll do a really long one. One day, eventually, maybe. I make no promises.
Perhaps.
Maybe if we hit like 1 million views or something on YouTube. I don't know. But
thank you, Allie. I'm sure it will.
So say goodbye to Mars, guys. While she may be in chat, it's highly unlikely for Thursday. She will be zonked.
It's incredibly unlikely. I will not be here Thursday.
Yes, she will be zonked.
I think you will be lucky if I'm awake on Thursday.
Well, it is different, Mars, because you'll be on the like nitrous oxide where I was fully conked out. So honestly, when I was awake, I was fine. The nitrous oxide is a very different experience.
I'm just hoping I don't feel nauseous. That's all I ask.
Good luck.
That's all I ask.
Wish Mars luck. A speedy recovery.
Thank you, guys. I'm gonna miss y'all. Have a great Thursday stream.
This is the last time you'll see Mars on stream for 2 weeks.
Yes. Because then Ori goes on vacation.
Because then we have vacation.
But not yet.
No, not yet.
You still get her for 2 more nights.
On Thursday, guys, we have our lovely guest, Rage Paint Games. You've seen her before with the Pokemon Fuzinka stream that we did a couple months back. So she'll be on helping us
I guess
with
you will
our
see me next month.
last art
I
fight
didn't realize that.
prep. Oh, shit, yeah. Wild. See you next month, Mars. Woof.
See you next month, guys.
Damn. Oh yeah, we'll have Rage Paint Games on for that. So be sure to tune in for that, where we talk about the Art Night Guild, guys. It'll be fully fleshed out. It'll be fully done. I will be finishing making the assets designs for it. I can't finish them until the teams are announced, sadly. But we will be doing a lot of work for it and talking about exactly what they are, how they work, and how you can join the Art Nights. And of course, finishing all that Art Night prep, Art Fight prep, because that'll be my last stream before Art Fight starts. So, yeah. Thank you all for coming. Thank you all for dealing with our little Twitch hap. And we will be on Twitch on Thursday. It will be back by then. And we will see you all.
Ori, don't show any butts.
I won't. It'll be all medals.
Eye on her.
We'll be showing medals. I'll be drawing medals and badges and stuff. So it'll be fine.
Just don't put any butts on the medals and you should be okay.
There won't be any butts on the medal. We'll see you all Thursday. Say goodbye to Mars and good night.
Goodbye, everyone. See you next month.